Your camera is off, John. I don't know if you.
I know.
John's like, this is how I'm running this out.
I've been crying. I probably will. Yeah, I've cried so much today. I just like no.
Front of me if they can't see me.
John looks hot today, guys. I got a glimpse of.
Best he's ever looked, right?
Well, no, there's a couple other sessions that you.
Oh, okay.
Who's looked good?
He's done
Josh?
this before.
Never.
No, John, Blue Box John.
Yeah.
Big, glittery, sexy
Box
boy
John?
John.
Yeah.
No, John's
It's like the little mini that was.
John's not feeling tonight. Nope.
Not as hot as Hob right now, but definitely.
Never speak to me like that again.
It's only a couple months, isn't it, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's hope, there's light, there's a silver lining. There's,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Months
how
for
else
what?
to say that. I mean, you still got Josh. You know,
No,
whatever
he
that's
doesn't
Nope.
have Josh. That's the problem. It's very oppressive and depressing, but it's okay. I'm fine.
Yeah,
with
you are.
Exactly.
for.
not being who
LA.
he really
Stop
was.
describing LA.
I love LA.
There's so many songs going through it. No, Josh, no. He can't let no.
Do you like live in the smack dab middle of LA where it takes you like 3 hours to get anywhere, or like?
No, I live West LA, so I'm like 20 minutes from LAX. I'm 20 minutes from like everything I really need or want to get to. It's nice.
If you need smog, you're like right there.
It's actually been so
Reach
nice.
outside and get it.
Crack a window, let that in. It's tangible at this point. Just grab some.
That's the wildest saying is like where I live, it's so nice because we get just enough breeze from the ocean. Because it's like what?
It's called acclimation, Josh. You're just used to it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we also have so many different trees in the area that help with smog.
What?
Yeah, but you
the
definitely have tar in
valley.
your lungs for sure.
It's the like the valley or whatever where LA is that when you're
That
coming
gets
over the
smog.
hills you can just see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like the brown
That-
cloud.
Ew, that's so sad.
Yeah. Like the valley when you come over the mountains and through the pass, it is just. Ooh.
I think almost every. I mean, other than LA, I feel like LA it's probably like overload. But even Miami, we have like, if you're far enough away from it, it looks like beautiful like foggy clouds. But that's just
Smog.
Yeah.
Pollution.
yeah, just a little
It's just
Beautiful foggy clouds? Yeah, it's called smog. What? What?
just a lot.
Beautiful foggy clouds?
beautiful nature.
Huh? What?
Your audio, John, is brutal.
Is it?
It's very hot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I guess that makes sense though, Hob. I could imagine, at a distance, yeah. I got you.
Yeah, well,
I
you
know
think
what
you
mean.
look at the fog, like it looks like because it's so far away,
Yeah.
but it's because it's the stupid pollution.
Yeah.
It's every Cuban dad yelling all at once, and it's just all that hot air.
I was gonna say that or the cigarette smoke mixed together.
Audio now? Better? Or no?
Still hot.
Still hot.
Still pretty loud, yeah.
He did say he's hot.
I know, I am hot, but-
John is hot. Well, never mind.
Yeah, no, I agree. Hot. You seen that body? Ooh. That man can do some.
Every blue
moves.
box.
Josh, you're so lucky.
He's flexible.
So my audio's louder than normal, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
What the
I
heck?
guess I'm deaf, so it's fine for me.
I think that we should cancel the stream tonight. Clearly, like Vivi here, like no, like just
Damn,
let's be
again.
done with it. Like we're all done. Good night. Goodbye.
I was the only idiot that showed up.
Really?
The idiot that showed up Tuesday.
I spent 13 hours in the ER last week. I can't do this again.
Hey, Vivi.
Needed this session.
I'm
so bad.
channeling
Vivi
marathon
Roberts.
crocheting. I'm ready.
All right.
Where'd Roberts come from?
Phantom MJ.
Yeah, but
Oh,
wouldn't that be on like a different
why
camera?
was I was supposed to say?
Uh, you got something on your nose.
Just a little bit of this.
A little bit of
Just a little bit
sexy. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
An avocado. Thanks.
God, I wish I was as like appreciative as that child. But
What?
It's fine.
It's Vine.
It's
Vine.
it's TikTok.
Yippee!
Vivi, keep putting your camera
We can
down.
just pretend that we understand, John.
What?
You know, I don't understand. I just remember not liking
I'm
Vine,
so
and then we got
exhausted.
TikTok, and now I miss Vine.
Am I the only one that is okay with how John sounds right now? He sounds
Becca,
fine to me.
Becca, your hair's straight.
Am I good? Really?
Is
You sound good to me.
I think it
But
should
maybe
be.
It's just
Vivi,
probably dead.
Josh and I were bonding and laughing about how much you were struggling about getting up at 6 a.m. this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross. It is.
I know we did.
Literally everything in my body is like, bitch, you should be asleep. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's like if you guys just picked up a night shift all of a sudden and you're trying to make it through, that's what it feels like. Everything in my body. Like, I've just been so I don't know if you guys ever get to this level of like sleep deprivation and tired, but like you start to just feel nauseous.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm so tired. I'm like, bleh.
Yep.
It's just,
Yep.
it's
so tired I could just
awful.
throw up.
Honestly, like, ugh, it's so
It is a
gross.
horrible feeling.
When you
I'm
and
learning that
texted me,
it's
it was
okay
like
to
that.
lose track of how many cups of coffee you've had.
That's not
a day.
okay.
No, that's dangerous.
That's-
What?
No, no,
Thank you, Hob.
That's how
Thank
we
you, Hob.
survive.
Becca's like, this
No,
is my
yeah.
13th.
It's totally fine.
No, Becca's like, I lost track after 4. I don't know where we're at right now.
What
It's
you
fine.
do is you mix pre-workout with your coffee.
No,
So
Oh,
here's
wow.
the
Kitchen's
thing,
not for
I just
pre-workout.
ordered
And then-
like $100 worth of Herbalife, like lift off caffeinated
Gosh.
teas today.
Oh God.
Oh, no, it's not even.
I'm so ready. I'm
Becca,
like,
no.
No, there's an easier, cheaper way. That's not
Can you
illegal.
pull up your pants for you? I got you.
Coffee.
Just shaking the whole time. At
No,
the
no. Oh, it's called.
You give him the
no-dos.
ultimate wedgie all the way.
All right, so I'm done. Clearly tonight I cannot stream. It's not gonna...
No.
No, you have to. We'll just adapt.
This is the last one,
I'll
Vivi.
play it, I'll play it.
This is
We
the
can
last time we
rebuild.
can make fun of Vivi on stream.
This is not
Wait,
Vivi's
we
last
make fun
night.
of Vivi?
Oh yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Gimbal's gonna
This
wreck
is
her
Vivi's
again.
last night, right?
What?
It's also Hub's last night.
Is this
oh,
your
no.
last night,
But
Vivi?
mostly Vivi.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Look,
That's
Hob,
what I
we
thought.
already mourned your loss, alright?
Me and John
And then
were
you came
talking
back.
about it.
So...
You died too
Yeah, there was
soon.
like a premature Hob leaving section.
Yeah.
I know. Like Hob like flexed on us. Like yeah.
Listen,
Upset, not upset.
you said you were leaving, and we all said goodbye, and then I was like,
Like-
just leave when I leave. And then you're like, okay.
You bullied 2 people that night, Josh
I
and
did.
me.
I did. Damn.
You know, I thought it was funny. John's like, don't take it personal. I was like, dude, I didn't take it personal at all. He's like, it's good. We're all gonna cry for Vivi. And I'm like, I'll just sit here like this.
Yeah, something like that. That's close.
I'll like go sit in the far corner of the room.
Should hide behind your laundry basket. Just kidding.
Oh my God,
It's
that'd be
iconic.
I should. Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what the best moment is? Is when me and Rory were RPing your death, and then
And-
it's
yeah.
like laundry basket.
I watched it and I was like, oh God.
Cut to laundry basket.
So into it and then just
You,
my
you know
clean
why?
clothes.
You know why, Vivi?
Why?
Because we took out the dirty laundry.
Not true.
Oh, you know what, John? You should cancel the
Bro.
stream. Let's just all go home. Get out of here.
Also, I now understand how that one woman from Beauty and the Beast feels when she says
Belle?
12 eggs, that's too expensive.
No, it's
Like,
What?
because you were
isn't
buying
it?
groceries? So-
It's 6 eggs, isn't it?
Is that the song? Is it
6
the song?
eggs.
I need
it 6
6 eggs.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
too
No, wait, no.
expensive.
No, Hob, can you please keep going with that line? I didn't quite hear it. Hob has such a good singing voice, guys.
She does.
No.
Yes.
Shut your face. Don't you
Yes.
even dare say no. I will come over there and I'll punch you in the throat.
What?
Who
I
was
will
your number
punch
6?
you in the throat if you try to say
Hob,
you do not
Vivi
sing
will
well.
choke you, punch you in the throat, and slap you if you do not shut
Sounds like a good night for Hob.
If I don't
And then-
shut up,
up.
In the
Yeah,
fun way
yeah,
first,
a little
and then
bit,
in the
Corinne.
not fun
if,
way.
if I don't shut up,
It'll be fun in the beginning, then you're
What
like,
is
wait
that,
a
a
minute, this is serious.
The first Blue Box 3-hour just chatting stream.
Exactly. It's happening.
We've
I'm
done it.
down.
We've
I'm down.
definitely
That would
We'll
be-
talk about how much we love John.
so
No.
Vivi's getting hostile.
section.
And then I
John's
think
a
it's
truck.
the stream's getting kinky.
Kinky.
Heck yeah.
What?
You know it.
Oh, we are live.
Okay. Oh, we're live. Yeah, we got 31 folks listening to us. To like, just like, we're,
Things I said. if I didn't
John
know.
said it like over and over and over.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just-
over and over and
It's
over.
okay.
Listen, I
Vivi
just got
doesn't
here.
He like
listen.
yelled over
I
us
just
about
got
it.
here, so I
Vivi's too
apologize.
tired to listen to anyone.
I apologize to stream if
chook
I
is too
said
tight.
anything
I
inappropriate.
apologize.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I did
I
not
also-
realize that.
I love seeing the messages on the stream, like main view video that just has stream is getting kinky.
Too late.
Yeah. To late Vivi, what did you die?
To late Vivi. I
There's
remember
an extra
her
O
well.
in there.
I
Do you
did.
remember Vivi?
I
What?
don't.
She made a lot of good food and inappropriate jokes. I remember Vivi.
I
Made
did.
none for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
she's
never
gonna
tasted
come and stay with us for a week, and she's gonna cook. I'll put together the menu, and she's just gonna cook the whole week for us.
Oh
Damn,
my
you have it up on the
Let her cook. Let her cook.
Please.
Oh,
Stop. I
where-
I love when John just gets like current with everything.
Current. Yeah. Oh, you love when John gets current. Oh, that's.
Yeah, it's so weird to see that,
I'm hip.
John, you're still kind of coming
When John,
around.
I'm current. Let's go.
though. John's got that replaced hip.
Josh's
Don't.
character's gonna die, man.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Brim
Sorry, keep
immediately
jumping
dies. He's coming to stream and he's just
Woo.
getting shamed by the little girl.
No.
The bear was
John
actually
got
just a
that replaced hip. What the? What, Josh?
Right, it's a
It's like the little teddy bear he was
did
giving.
you
It's
end up
just
making that spring roll recipe, by the way, that I sent you?
Me?
no,
Antiquitous,
antiquitous.
it
Get out of here, Rebecca. Gosh.
Oh.
Did I
Do
send you
not
the
talk to
spring roll
Becca like that.
Do not.
Thank you.
Listen.
Josh will bully
Listen.
me, and I will cry.
No.
Listen, I'm Rory's anger translator,
If
okay?
you actually cried out, it feels so bad.
Yes.
We bully each
Josh,
other
I've
back and
definitely
forth.
cried after one of your bullies.
It was really hard to make that out, Hob, but I caught it. And yeah,
Actually?
So after we met each other at Blue Box Con last year, like I came home and I cried to Rory. I was like, Josh hates me. He's so mean. He's
No,
like,
if he's
so
mean to you, he
disrespectful
loves
because
you.
I'm Skylar, like I bawled my eyes out.
I might
Way
have
to
had to
make her
translate a
cry.
few things.
Wow.
And Rory's like, "Do you want me to talk to him?" I'm like, "No, it's fine."
Wow, Josh.
It's fine."
you
Wow.
go,
I
Josh.
never knew Josh. That's
Jeez, man.
not
So
cool.
rude. You heard it here first. If you ever meet Josh at Blue Box Con, watch out. Just kidding.
Josh, I have your address.
He
You
will
know
make
that,
you
right?
cry.
And with that, we
Oh
begin.
God.
Here we go.
I'm so sorry.
No.
I
he's not.
am.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No.
If you were, you wouldn't have done it.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, because that's just who I am, and I feel bad
Oh,
now.
jerk! I
Because
forgot.
I thought we were
We bonded,
riffing off of
we
each
sent
other.
cow memes on
Horrible,
Instagram. We're fine
horrible
now, it's
human
fine.
being.
We're
Right.
healed, but there were some tears,
But
just a
the
little.
trauma is still there. And I'll never
Yeah.
forget.
I've never fully forgotten.
At Blue Box Con, you
It's
could
fine,
hand
it's
out
fine,
little
Josh,
squirt
we're
bottles
over
and
it,
you could
it's fine.
squirt Josh when he's
Yeah,
finished
just
filling to
help
get him
me
to
squirt, guys.
We're gonna squirt
stop,
Josh.
Stop,
Yeah,
be nice.
squirt on Josh.
There, there's a soda that's called that.
Yes, I love
Oh,
it.
there is
it's,
not?
it's a ton in
Yes,
LA.
there is. Look it up. It's
So
10
everyone,
minutes.
come to BBC and squirt on Josh.
Everyone bring a one big old jug.
I gotta turn off my mic now. Thanks.
All right, welcome everyone. And this is, I don't know what this is. Greyhawk Awakening,
Plane ticket.
Book 1, Interlude, breaking off session, goodbye. I have no hype left. I'm done. Welcome.
Why you got no hype left?
I said no. No, just, all right. So thanks so much for being with us tonight, and we're glad to have you. And tonight we're gonna conclude the Book 1 interlude, and of course we have the amazing cast here with us tonight. But the two ladies of the hour, Hob and Vivi, bouncing on us, jolly, just moving down the road. Bye. See you later. Hob, talk to us first. Why are you bouncing? Why are you gone?
Yeah, why are you quitting?
Why you're like just abandoning us, Hob? Why?
Anyone here?
Yes, like why?
Here so much. Personally, it's because Vivi bullied me out of it.
I knew it. I knew it.
See, I'm not the only bully here, guys.
I'm gonna
No,
make
I'm
choke
just-
you.
No, I just I have a lot of, I think, things on my plate. I'm moving, and I'm trying to commit more time to the art that you guys see on stream. Um, Also going to Josh's house to just destroy him later.
Oh, hopefully you'll
But
finally give me my shirt back.
anyway, yeah, I mean, really, that's it. It's just there's a lot of art. There's so much detail that I put into my stuff that I just feel like I need more time for it. Um, so that's kind of why I'm taking a step back. Once I get everything kind of settled again, once we're done moving, you'll definitely see me again on stream. So it's
Yeah,
not
we
forever.
definitely. What you
It's
just like?
forever.
What you know that? Okay,
No,
yeah,
we're-
you're right. It's
Get
true.
outta here.
Got all the voices in my head.
All right. And Vivi, no, stop. No words. All right. So tonight, let's talk about what happened last time. So I can't. Josh, tell us what happened last time.
What happened last time was everyone was having a good old bungalow time. We were talking, shiggity banking, and then after our good old sleepity bop, we were at the top in the temple or the church of St. Cuthbert. I always forget him because he doesn't.
The Chapel of St. Cuthbert, yes.
Chapel of St. Cuthbert, sorry. It doesn't count compared to Zodal or Erroneous. Or Pelor, sorry. Or Pelor. So we all started off there with a bit of conversation. Also, a really good question asked by, almost said Rizia, by Lilith, asking the two new members of the party, if they died, how would they like to be buried? What would their last rites be? Which was a question that was asked towards the beginning / middle of book 1, when we had witnessed, I think, our first death of Gimbal, just to know how everyone would like to be taken care of. After a bit of role play there, and then the talk of Nerve saying, I need some time to think on it, we all left to head to the tavern to get a bite to eat. But before that, a man entered the chapel telling us that he had just come from, I always forget the name of the town, but the city of Greyhawk? City of Greyhawk, right? Greyhawk City, new Greyhawk.
The free city of Greyhawk, yes.
The free new city of New York, Greyhawk. He came and was like, hey, you've been requested to come to the council. They need you right now. And Brim was like, haha, you're hilarious. No, we're staying here. And the group was kind of like, yeah, we're staying here. Gimbal was definitely very interested, seeing as one of the people mentioned was that of Mordekainen, whichever.
Mordekainen.
And talked about the higher-ups of the council and the importance of being requested by them and what that means. Still unmoving, a lot of the group said, no, we're staying here, we're needed here for now. So the messenger, a little frustrated, comes along with them to the tavern to get some food, relax, rest for the evening. As the party gets there, they're eating, relaxing, having a good time, and then the place ends up going quiet as an announcement is made by the Lord Governor or just the mayor or some virgin is making the announcement as he tells the tavern, like, hey, quiet down. We would like to give a big thank you to the Wayward Bolt for all their help. Long story short, they say pretty much, hey, you guys have done enough. We know you have more to do, and we know we are not the only town. You guys need to leave. You guys need to follow so that this doesn't happen to anyone else. And it took the group by surprise. And especially Brim, as I can only really speak for myself and my character, as he was frustrated, confused, a little angry and hurt. But through the partying of everyone, the enjoyment of the night, the drinking, and then also the words of Brim to the tavern, to the group, to thank them for their safety, the home they created for them here. And then also through the loving words to a little girl and the loving words from the little girl to Brim, the rest of the night was able to pass safely, honorably, and lovingly between friends, family, and the found family that is Hamlet. As they drank the night away, everyone pretty much sleeping in the tavern or somewhere nearby it as they were drunk out of their minds, eating as much as they would like and getting turned up. That is effectively where we ended the session, with everyone waking up and the party of the Wayward Bolt exiting Homeland.
Well said. All right, so quickly, character intros and also socials. So let's start with you, Hob, because you look least ready. Yep, that snap of the head. So tell us about all your socials, where you can find you, and your last stream tonight. But tell us what's going on with you and how people can help you with your future endeavors.
Give me money. No.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, it's fine. Give her money. Yes, give her money.
Please, I'll work for it, I swear.
All right, so I didn't think about this beforehand, but everything tonight given, all bits, all subs, all everything will be split between Vivi and Hob. I'll figure it out. We'll work it out. So everything between these two ladies who are leaving us tonight because they have their own, like, well, I don't, it's like really lives beside Blue Box. It's
Like,
frustrating, but whatever. We're going to split that all between the two of them. Everything tonight will go to the two of you ladies. Hob, continue.
So, so
Thank
donate
you.
nothing, guys.
Don't, nothing. No, stop.
No, keep going.
You're right.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what the question was, sir.
Oh, there the money comes in. All right, so Hob, I'm gonna ask Amanda. Keep track of everything. Make sure I'm honest here with this. Every dollar that comes in, every bit will come in. Will go to Hob and Vivi tonight. All right, go ahead.
I don't really need to introduce myself because everyone knows who I am at this point. I'm Hob.
Lies.
Right now I play Nerve. This is my last game. I already explained that, so I don't feel the need to do it again. But as far as my socials, I really only use Instagram. I am in the works of making a Tumblr and a Twitter and other things like that. I'll post those in the stories once they come about. But right now I do still have a website, and that's how you can reach me through commissions. I actually have a commission form. It has all my information on it. You can find me at cowboyhob.card with 2 R's.com.
All right.
If anything, you guys can find it on my bio.
All right, so thank you so much. And Kurt, thank you for all those. I mean, the bits are already pouring in. Chip, Kurt, thank you. And the rumors of the OnlyFans site are incorrect, correct? All right, let's. All right, so moving right along. Go ahead, Josh.
Send me that link.
Oh, welcome everyone.
Hey, yo.
I'm Josh of NPC Voices. You can find me practically anywhere, everywhere. I'm here in Los Angeles. I play Brimstone, a 8th level fighter, half ogre, standing a little over 7.5 feet tall, weighing in at like 400 pounds. Maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know muscle mass. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being here for Vivi's absolute last night to ever be on Blue Box.
Ever.
Ever.
Rory.
She got kicked out.
Yeah, she's
I'm
done.
gonna
Bye.
go with
Kidding.
John, it's my last night also, so.
All right, bye, Rory.
You can split
Thanks so
that
much.
2 ways.
Jeez.
We're all leaving.
Oh gosh.
So I play Gimbal, a little gnome, illusionist wizard, pure illusionist, no multi-class. I have survived. Yeah, I play Gimbal, level 8 wizard. Socials don't fully exist. I have them. I mean, you can find me as Gimbal on most platforms, but I might not connect. Connect with me on Discord. Join the Discord. Plug the Discord, Vanda.
And your healthy eating site,
I do have that.
Foundational Cooking.
Yep, foundational cooking. It's like a year or so that the business has been up. We're launching our hopefully beta version in June. So I got plenty of all the socials on that one. Just look up foundational cooking.
Becca.
Hey, I'm Becca Self. Rory's wife. We live here in Minnesota. I am on all of the socials. You can connect with me, just as Rebecca Witham, because most socials don't recognize Self as a last name.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
I'm also a co-owner of Foundational Cooking, and you can catch Rory, myself, and our son Skylar at Blue Box Con. So hope to see you guys there. And I play Bertha,
So excited. Thank you.
a gnome cleric. So
And Vivi.
Hello. You can find me on Instagram at the DM's Quest. I've been a little bit more active now that I'm out of my poopy job, so I'm not as stressed, so I do more time for things like that. So slowly, as I step into my new job, I should have more time to do my painting and things like that I enjoy, especially since my job is preventing me from D&Ding, so painting is where
Let's go. The D&Ding shall happen. All right.
Until I get myself sorted. But yes, I play Lilith. She is a level 8 druid elf who is a collector of teeth and oddities, knickknacks. The weirder, the better. And she doesn't believe in personal space because she doesn't know what the heck it is. So that's Lilith.
Nice. All right. So tonight, as we begin, your DM is in black in mourning.
But it's afternoon.
No, it's evening here.
Mute him.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll delete and mute. So your DM is in black and mourning. As you begin tonight in Hamlet, whoo. Cue the Johnny Cash. I walk the line. All right, so all is quiet. Through the evening, there is silence. When the morning comes, you see sunlight peeking through the window. It's still winter. Here in Greyhawk in the Flyness, in Hamlet, in the mid-eastern part of the Flyness, as gentle snow, not enough to cover the ground, just a light falling of snow, drifts through the window. I would like each of the 5 of you to tell me what thoughts you have as we begin the conclusion of Farewell for Now tonight. Your character's thoughts. And we're going to start tonight with you, Gimbal.
So it's the next morning from obviously yesterday.
Correct.
But yesterday's when we received all that information about the Council of the Eight and all of that.
Yep.
So, and we had that going away. And yesterday I had, sent that, used that ventriloquism kind of like, hey, Brim, you're not done. Finish your speech. Like, I was already primed to head out, right? I like this place. This is where we kind of made our settlement at. And really started our group together. But as a wizard, when you get the chance to meet the Council of Eight, a lot of things kind of are forgotten on the side of that.
Right.
Obviously not the individuals, but hey, Brim, kind of, hey, cheer up, and it's time to move on. And so I'm excited. Yes, there's Hamlet, but they're rebuilding. They're doing well, and it's some of this like self-soothing, convincing talk. But it's like Hamlet's on the up and up. It's time for us to go. Hey, everyone, we're going. And so Gimbal's excited.
Lilith.
Lilith is kind of battling between a lot of different things. With Jaruk kind of calling her when we were leaving the Grove, or just the whispers and things that she's heard. Again, just looking at the loss of Federum and the image of the flower that Drew gave her crushed in front of the shop is something that constantly flashes through her mind in moments of just quiet or peace, or times where they're not really thinking or doing anything. Those things keep continuing flashing in her mind, as well as just leaving Hamlet. Despite what the townspeople are saying and encouraging us to go, she still feels drawn and wanting to stay, as well with Brim in Hamlet.
Verve.
I think, despite the somberness of the night before, there is an excitement for him. But he's definitely not going to try to show it. Just he's very empathetic and aware of everybody else's like feelings. Not everyone may feel the same way as him. So he's probably just going to maybe keep his feelings to himself unless someone else expresses the same as his. The excitement of a possible new adventure, especially one with the wayward bull. Possibly, that's a really big thing for him.
Nice. Bertha, perhaps you're the most interesting of all because this has been a very strange intro for you. Bouncing alongside your intro to Gimbal, who you've known from the time he was squalling. What is Bertha feeling and thinking this morning? Like, I would really, I'm like, this is a true curious, like, DM moment. What is this character thinking? Following alongside Gimbal, pursuing him, and now all that you've heard and seen, kind of going to the background last night in the inn and realizing there was a lot more that she did not want to be a part of. How is she reacting to this?
So Bertha is, she can see all the pain that's been here. She can see all the hurt and the death and everything that has happened here. But she also sees how the town is rebuilding itself. She's still fairly new to this area, to this group, but she's finding it as an excuse to kind of go with them to spread the word of Paylor. If they move on to a new place that has been kind of torn down, she can then bring the light of Paylor to more people, which is her destiny. It's her role in life. That's what she seeks out to do. So it kind of just plays into, and she gets some companions now. So she's happy to go with them, happy to move forward.
Nice. Brim, before we come to you, you're now outside the welcome winch. As you move outside the windows and the door, you see the entire town folk they're all filing out, and in the chill morning air of winter, soft wind is blowing, light snow falling, not enough to actually cover the ground, just a gentle falling of the snow. And the clear sunlight falls, and all the townsfolk come beside you. As you step outside, you look around, you see all of your friends, all those you have known. The little girl now clutching the doll, the remnants of Hamlet. What is Brim thinking, feeling in this moment? What does he see?
We have a wagon, correct?
Yes, waiting for you.
It is very weird for Brim, because he's seen this sight once before. A wagon with all the items to leave the town, the people that he had grown so close to. And he almost for a second looks off in the distance around at the houses, as if his hill giant friend will come out to hand him his maul that he started this adventure with. The shaft of the oar that was then secured to a metal-bound stool.
And he stumbles over.
He sees that memory, and then his eyes refocus at the crowd around him. And he sees the memory of when he accepted that maul from the hill giant. He sees how far he's come, how much he's grown, who he is now, the mistakes he's made, but then also the new reasons he has to fight and to stay strong. And he reaches towards his pack on his left side, or his pouch, where he feels the soft pressure of the teddy bear there. And he looks around at the party that he can call his friends and family. And he just smiles, one of his tusks pointing out. And he just lifts his arm up to the town.
Huzzah! Believe upon you we have faith! And there's a shout that goes out throughout the town. There is a huge, again, as I mentioned last time, the sense of desire for release is palpable here in Hamlet. They need heroes. They feel the power of this group. And even though you're leaving them, there is no sense of despair or disdain. It is all joy as they see the wayward bolt reconstituted, joining in a sense of growth and purpose for them. And they are so excited.
And Brim joins the chorus of huzzahs and yells as then he bows to the group at the waist, at the full town. And unless anyone else of the group does anything different, he's going to turn and head to start on the journey in the wagon.
Are we all in the wagon? Or are some of us riding horses? Are we all in a wagon?
Brim's in a
Bertha?
wagon.
Bertha will be propped up somewhere in a corner in the wagon. It's near someone, but she'll be sitting there. She'll just be crocheting, just minding her business. Like, all right, can we go? Can we move on? Like,
Nerf's like, bye-bye! So long! Bye!
The mayor steps forward. He kind of stumbles over his own feet. Won't you be careful, please, all of you, and perhaps return at some point? Well, I don't know what to say except, well, forgive me. Forgive me all. Each of you. I only say, thank you for all you've done, for the enemies felled, for the buildings that have grown, for the illness quelled, for all that you have done. Thank you. And I wish upon all of you only the best. To you I say, fare thee well, and may you, the wayward bolt, soon come back, and may it return here to our humbly solemn home of Hamlet.
Gimbal raises his little hand, waving it in the air towards the mayor. Mr. Mayor, sir.
I'm sorry. It's been a long few weeks, my friend. Yes, what is it? Master Gnome, honestly, I must confess, when we all saw you here in the beginning, we underestimated your stature. Well, that seemed... Oh, I didn't mean it that way. You understand what I meant. Like, we underestimated you. Thank you.
Understandable. I actually prefer that. It works out to my benefit. But what I would like to, what I'd like to say is, you know, wherever we go or you go or everything that we've done, it's those memories. That's what makes us live forever. You and all those here live forever. Perhaps in exchange, we'll hope that lasts longer. From us to you, we offer you the GSU. That way you'll never underestimate anything. You'll always know that a gimbal standard unit is how you measure everything. The little things are powerful. Just think of my height whenever you think about how tall something is. Yep, that's right. In return, though, as that's something we give you, perhaps you could give us an emblem, a symbol, a patch, or something of your flag or rule or some kind of icon, and that we can carry with us wherever we go. And always remember Hamlet.
Do we have any of the emblems, the sigil? Yes. Okay, bring them forward. And as he makes the motion, you see they bring forward several bits of cloth, all of which hold these sigils. An oak tree, yellow acorns, and oak nuts all about it. And they hand them to you.
And I'll take them very politely, both arms grabbing onto them. And now, wherever you go and wherever we go, the memory will last. And then I'll just turn around and hand them out and sit down. With a smile, I'm still excited. And it's an amazing color. So, I mean, it's like Gimbal's favorite color. So.
Is this like a badge or something? Like a pin?
They're all like cloths. They're all blankets, basically, like things you could
like a favor.
Right, exactly.
Ah, cool. Like it.
So
Bear's
is it
gonna
like
put his around his
patch
waist.
that, like Bertha could sew onto the clothing for them?
Absolutely, yes, she could.
So at that point, Bertha will be like, "Hand them to me. I'll do it."
Oh, we have many of them here, and they start each one of you.
Brim will
Give them
not.
to me. I will sew them onto your clothing for you. Come.
Brim will put it in his pack and
Love
I'll
it.
wear it.
Lilith will take hers out, and in her side pouch, you just hear a soft, as she kind of is digging through there, and she's pulling something out. You do hear just a soft little jingle as she pulls out a small little bell that she had received from Federum a while back that has birds and flowers, different flowers around it. The clapper in particular is in the shape of a moon, where she does take, gently places the bell into the fabric in which she'd just given, and she gently wraps it up and puts it back into her pouch.
As you do this, has Lilith thought to look back to Federum's shop and the flower planted?
In the 2 weeks, yeah, in the 2 weeks that you said that we were kind of just around, she would
Right.
have been around Federum's shop, yeah.
Then, as she did this, you all see Lilith pulls out a flower. Brilliant. A bright yellow bloom. Petals that seem deep and succulent and very, like, just absolutely gorgeous. And she has this flower that she has pulled out. The roots dangle beneath, soil lost. And Lilith does
Does what? What does Lilith do?
She would just place it in with the fabric as well, gently, obviously, wrapping it very carefully and putting it in her pack. She'll actually then go just to sit beside Brim. Even though the town is cheering and huzzahing because of this great feat of the heroes and the feeling of relief, once in the what's the thing that we're in?
Cart.
Omelet?
Lots of
Like a
words.
courtyard. Yeah.
No. The vehicle in which
The cart?
Oh, the cart.
Are they?
Yes.
Julia,
Wagon?
yes.
You're not in the cart, yes, but yes, when you are.
Yes. Well, so when she does get into the cart, she will be seated next to Brim. You could see that smile drop from her face as soon as she comes into the cart, out of sight, as she kind of sits down, almost in a defeated sense, as she kind of leans against Brim.
And Gimbal is definitely giving his cloth to Berta.
Yeah, nerve two,
Bertha
please.
will accept it. And do you have any clothing you wish this placed upon?
And I'll just take my cloak off and hand that to you.
And you see her, she receives the cloak, and as she's sitting there, she's scrounging through her pack and pulls out some needle and thread and, like, licks the end of the thread and, like, tries to get it through, but she misses a couple times because her eyesight isn't the greatest. So you just see her sitting in this cart as it starts to move, bouncing, and she's like just struggling to get it threaded.
Hmm.
So are we out of Hamlet, or are we still like?
Yeah,
riding?
so the cart is bouncing along the roads. The chill air is blowing. I don't want to interrupt the roleplay, but yes, as you hear the gentle huzzas and the celebration, but you also bounce past the destruction of this town. You see the burnt timbers. You see the ash upon the ground. Even still, you can see where most of the burials occurred near the Chapel of St. Cuthbert. Many of them still occurred near the town homes that occurred. And you see mounds, burials, sorrow, sadness.
Well, Lilith, Brim,
Hmm.
why are you two so sad? Or is it just because it's morning?
She doesn't say something immediately. As you kind of see her, she still has the cloth with the bell and the flower wrapped in her lap, as she again is just kind of leaning towards Brim. You see her staring as you kind of ask her what's going on. She does unravel it again and look again at the bell in which she got from Federum and the flower. Hamlet is my home,
Mhm.
I guess, since I left my clan.
Mhm.
I'm afraid to leave and come back to Hamlet in the same state.
In the same state, you mean?
I don't want to come back to Hamlet and see it in the same state it was.
You mean in destruction?
Yes.
Lilith, you're a druid, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you shape into like the different animals and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
So is Nerve.
Oh, well, all the better then. I mean, okay. And you'll see, like, there's a sense of excitement that I have, but there's also a sense of, like, a strong sense of sincerity that you and Brim would definitely know. And Lilith, I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know, a tree. I don't know. It's so cliche, but nothing. Are you scared of the change, or are you scared of it being the same?
afraid of the destruction. I don't know.
The wagon ambles along, wheels bouncing across the rocks. You see the townsfolk waving as you talk with Gimbal.
While you were still in the forest, were there any ever fires? I'd imagine there's fires all the time.
Not many. But there were.
And everything always came back better. The way nature intended it. What I mean to say, Lilith, is the memories we have, they hold us captive. They're illusions. They're there for a moment, seconds, and they're gone. But we hold on to them like they're forever, and that's why they're an illusion. Hamlet has never been the same from day to day to day. But it's in here, in our hearts, that it's the same. And it's there that we keep it the same when we go back. But it will be different every time.
As you say these words, you see she's not looking up at you. She's still looking down at the flower and at the bell. As she kind of fiddles around with the bell a little bit, you can see and you can hear that moon clapper hit the side gently as she rotates it. Some memories are hard to let go of.
Don't let go of them. Why? Unless they're bad ones, keep them. Those are the eternity. Those are why we have these sigils. That's why I made the joke about the GSU. We keep those memories. We hold on to them. But we know that they're not real. In the sense that when we go back, they're different. And that's good. Like a child that grows, a cub to a bear.
And what of death?
Comes life. And I don't mean like me. That was kind of weird and scary. Please don't ever do that to me.
As she looks up for the first time as you say that, and you see like that, a smile just come across her face. You're right, Gimbal.
That happens.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Wait! All of you, wait! You see a child come running out, chasing the wagon. Really, Brim? You strike the child? Is that what?
God.
They said they were waiting for you. They said it. He's about maybe 12, 13 years old. He's got dark brown hair and a narrow chin. He comes running up. Waiting? They said waiting. If you left, they would fall upon you. They said it. Please be careful. Maybe go south. Don't go north. Maybe go south. Not that way. That way.
Lilith pokes like a very curious head out. Who said?
Bertha will just ask if this is why the mayor said he was sorry.
Ooh.
Is this why that man said we need to forgive him?
The child drops his head. I don't want to speak ill of anyone, but the mayor, he spoke truth. It was what the men in red cloaks said when they came. They said they knew you would go. And they laughed. They mocked. They said they knew and you would die. I don't want to see you die. Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't care about, but the one with the tail, it's so cute. I don't want to see the rat die. If you could all be very careful, please, especially the rat. I would appreciate it.
With
There's a
this,
rat.
Bertha will have stood up and hobbled over to the side of the cart as she's wielding her crochet hook. Tell us everything else you know. People in red.
Oh,
Threaten the boy.
oh, I've told you all I know. Wait. Oh, you seem kind. Well, you have white hair, I guess. Are you old? Yes.
Yes, I'm very old, which means I don't fall for nothing. Like, tell us everything.
I'm sorry.
So tempted to kick her out of the cart.
Intimidation.
Cut to Brim
I
holding a rock over her head.
fall for nothing. Ah!
He looks at you.
Roll for intimidation.
No. I rolled for you. He looks at you. They said. I'm sorry. You seem so well like my grandma, except Mina. They said the creature of blue would come upon you when you left our town, and I don't want to see that happen. Perhaps we have my mom makes a nice pie. Would you like to come back? Stay with us, please. Don't go there.
Who is this creature of blue?
He looks around confused, like he stares at your needle, like I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know. To tell you what I heard. I don't know. I'm sorry. He starts backing away.
Well,
No
now look what you
witnesses.
did. You made him go cry.
I'm sorry.
I can imagine Brim just picking Bertha up and like,
Yeah. He's literally just gonna move her.
I promise she's really not as mean as she seems.
I was trying to help. He turns and he sprints away.
Well, now look what you done.
he
Bye.
had it coming.
Just Grim takes a Werther's.
I heard this.
Oh my
So Bertha will turn to Brim,
Caramel.
just kind of like shuffle over, like turning. Sorry. Who is this creature of blue? Who are these people of red? Kind of looking at him expectantly, like, you're the leader. You should know this.
Oh, you were looking at Brim.
You're the leader.
Who else? Looking at Gimbal.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gimbal would know. Gimbal would know better than all of us.
Yeah, but she was asking you.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Want a crochet hook in your eye?
Bring it. Brim. Well, first, we should probably head south, so that we're not upon the same road.
Yeah, but going south also means we got tipped off, right? So maybe we go north, keep Hamlet safe.
Well, sorry, I thought we were headed north, and that's what he was saying. Don't keep going that way. Go south and then
Yeah.
head north.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what they'd be expecting.
So you were told by, and the all you were told to go north toward Greyhawk, but he was warning you not to go north.
Also, was I able to get a scent on the boy?
Go ahead and roll.
He smells of sweat.
What did the child smell like, John?
Go ahead and roll.
Sweat and Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh, not
Yeah.
again.
And his mama's pie.
Continually burned by the Chick-fil-A sauce. Woof. Nope. That is very low roll.
What's your roll?
3 on the die, and my perception, I remember, ain't bad or ain't good.
No sickly sweet necrotic smell.
Yep. Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Well, that's comforting.
And the wagon bounces along the roads, and in moments you are outside of Hamlet, heading north or south. You choose.
Brim's gonna look at the group. Gimbal, you're the smartest among us. Do you feel we keep going north or head south, then turn and then head north?
Well, I mean, we can look at what they know, or what we think we know, or what they think we think they know. But in the end,
Did you just say?
I think what we think we should do is if we head north, that's the trap, right? That's the ambush, so we've been told.
Hmm.
If we go south, Why wouldn't they just go to Hamlet and wreck more, or hack it, cause more trouble? I say head north, but now we know it's coming.
We could prepare.
We could find some big boulders, Brim. Some real big boulders and shrink them down.
Is this supposed to be an inside joke?
Oh, a little bit.
It's like Lilith, like literally, like just leans over to you. She's like, yes.
And I found a lot of really good items at Burns' place.
If we're all in agreement, then we shall keep heading north. I
I think it keeps
worry,
Hamlet safe.
now that they know Hamlet is close to us, it may never be safe.
Wow. Yes. Some things are out of our control.
Exactly.
But ambushing the ambush is in our control.
Yes. As Brim will knock on the front of the wagon. Did you hear that?
Which way, sir?
Continue to head north. Keep an eye on the sides of the road and ahead of us. Let us know if anything changes through the slit, as we may be expecting an ambush.
All right. Are you sure?
Brim's gonna look at the group.
Is this guy driving like he's up there by himself? There's no one with him.
Correct.
We're all in the back.
Yep.
Okay. When Brim looks at the group, Nerf's gonna go, you know what? If that's what we're actually waiting for, then maybe someone should sit up front with him, maybe with better eyes. And he'll
Yeah.
kind of like push past everybody. He's gonna try
Perfect.
to make his way around to the front and at least sit with him.
And just so you know, what were you gonna say, Nerve?
Oh no, you go ahead. I was just gonna have Nerf poke his head out like with the guy like, hello, and those big bright eyes. He's like, I'm here to sit with you.
He kind of stutters a bit. He stutters a bit, and he looks over at you, and he says, you're not like most folks I've seen. Well, you've got these, and he kind of taps his butt and then looks better of it and says, what exactly are you?
Nerf. Human.
Oh. Right.
His big bright yellow teeth.
I've never seen. Well, I know elves and I know dwarves, and I've seen them, and I've seen the halflings. The gnomes. They come from the Cron Hills. They all bounce about a bit, but I've never seen one with what you have there. And and he kind of makes a tail motion with his hands, and.
Oh, the mustache. Well, I've been growing this out for a while. You see, my dad had it when I was real young, and he's just gonna go off on like a tangent of his where he came from, how he got his mustache.
No, keep going. What's the tangent?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
my father had an even bigger mustache than his. And all my other brothers, I have 17 siblings, you know. I'm the youngest one of them all. Oh, and you see, it's that it just grew and it grew and it grew, but nothing else did. He had no lamb chops. He was pretty much bald, but he just had this large stash. So as I got older, and he did kick the bucket. He died when I was about 5 or 6. But I kept that mustache in me mind, and everyone else could grow one except for me. So I told myself, in addition to being a hero, I would also grow a mustache just like me dad.
That's admirable. But I meant more the tail, the bit that comes out your bum. What's that? That's not a mustache.
Oh, well, you know, scientifically, everyone used to have one. And he'll kind of like flop his tail around, and it makes like a. What?
What?
And then he's gonna go on another tangent. He's just gonna go on and on.
Lilith will actually poke her head out at this point and be like, never mind the tail, have you seen his teeth?
I have. I was asking the teeth and the tail. The mustache does not impress me at all. I'm really asking about the teeth. They're yellow and long.
The mustache, I do have to say the mustache isn't quite impressive. You see, my dad, he got a big long one. He was bald, you see, but he had nothing else except for his mustache. He's gonna tell the story all over again.
At this point, Bertha taps on the driver's shoulder and kind of just like, you know, it's impolite to ask people about their physical features, right?
I don't really think so, but he should be watching the road.
Bertha's just kind of
We're
like
in a
quietly
ravine.
telling him to shut up, like, mind his business.
You,
Right.
when Bertha says this, she carries the weight of the matronly power, and he kind of drops his head, snaps the reins on the horse, and looks down. Say no more.
Now he's gonna start asking him questions. So where'd you learn how to drive a horse for the first time, eh? You see, when I was driving horses, it was with me and my sister.
No.
She's about the 13th.
Road.
Nerve.
Bertha will kind of just pat Nerve on the shoulder and shuffle back to her seat. Like, there.
Oh god. Oh,
At one point, just a large gray arm will reach out and just kind of softly grab Nerve by the face. We have
Brit.
enemies that are going to be listening for our approach. It would be best to stay silent or quiet her.
I can tell in my stories real silent like.
But stay vigilant. Okay?
He's gonna look like deep into Brim's eyes and see like that seriousness, and Nerve's like, time to be a hero. Okay. And he'll go back and sit there, and he'll apologize to the guy, and
It's nothing, Nev. I saw the work you did there, and you were quite helpful to us in Hamlet. You buried the dead, and you were kind. I just meant to ask about your... I'm sorry. It was impolite of me. Forgive me.
With that, you see Bertha just kind of like peeking over again, like raising her eyebrows.
so protective. I love her.
Bertha loves Nerves.
You know, I think Nerve's he's gonna say he's like, listen, I know that you'd like to chit chat, but big man over there said that we had to be kind of quiet. So if you want to speak, you're gonna have to speak at the loudest voice possible. And then he thinks he hears like a twig snap, and he's like, what was that? And he pulls out his bow and arrow like at the ready. Butterfly.
That's a big butterfly. Good heavens.
Alexandria butterfly.
But just so you guys know, if we want to make that seem like there's less of us when we finally spot them, if Nerve watches them, I can turn for a minute each of us invisible, whether as a group or individuals. Actually, only 3 people individually. I can make someone fly. Just so you guys all know this. I actually got to drink a potion to make that happen. I also have other spells, like really, really good stuff. Burn. We should have stayed at his place longer. I could have found more stuff. But just so you know, when this stuff goes down, we can be smart. We can hide. Lilith, remember that like the other dimension place that you and I hid in for a little while, with the slavers? Well, not with the slavers, but because of the slavers.
Yes.
Yeah, like I
That
got
was
that
a fun
place too.
little hideout. Can we do that again?
Yeah, we actually can, and like 8 of us can fit in there, so we have space.
Bertha,
Might actually be good if we get stopped.
Bertha
Yeah, I
will
mean, they
walk
could climb
over
into it, too.
to Brim and kind of like tug on him a little bit.
And Brim currently has a book and his reading glasses on the edge of his nose. As he'll take the reading glasses off and close the book. Yes, Bertha. And he'll lean down.
He'll go on his tiptoes and start whispering in his ear. And, I can do this really cool thing with my hands. When we get to the enemy, I can do this really cool thing. I might need your help. need you to grab my feet. Just grab. I can't do this.
What? Wow. He's going to just pretty much with one hand be able to grab her feet and hangs her upside down.
And then if you could spin me, if you could spin me.
We're in a cart.
And he's just kind of looking at her face to face at this point, holding her upside down.
You don't have to do it right now, but
I'm going to break you if I do that.
no, you won't. I need you to trust me. But this is when the enemy comes and I do the cool thing with my hands. I need you to spin me. Okay? Okay, can you put me down now, please? I'd like to go back to crocheting. I just wanted to know if I can have your help.
He's just gonna right you and then set you down.
I will keep it in mind.
You're such a good boy. Thank you. And she waddles off.
He has the most bewildered expression as he takes the reading glasses back out, flicks them slightly, and puts them back on his nose, and opens back up the tiny book in his hands.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't know her.
And Lilith will just literally look at Gimbal like, what? What do you mean you don't know her?
She knows me. I don't know her. But it's very gnomish. I gotta give her that. That's pretty cool.
Grab my feet.
I
Yeah.
will never.
It's
I will
hilarious. I just don't get it.
never Understand no.
Oh, it's okay.
If you guys were to look over at Bertha, she's happily sitting there just crocheting again. Just wielding her little crochet hook.
Can we find these people? I really want to see this now.
I'm gonna somehow roll a crit on this and just absolutely tear off Bertha's legs.
Wait, what?
Just I'm spinning her in the air by her legs, and her top half just goes flying Darth Vader style.
You're swinging her like a lasso?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So welcome to the end of Blue Box, and yeah.
Or we no.
Yeah, we're continuing down. We're still heading north.
Yeah, could I actually make a perception check? Just that, now that Nerve is on the lookout, he wants to look, listen, smell, taste the air, whatever.
Yeah. Roll, please.
More butterflies.
Shaky, shaky, shaky. Will I also bring out my thing? Oh, well. Shut up. Oh, that's actually great. 16. I had to do math.
Oh. 16?
Mm-hmm.
You look up over the reins that are being snapped upon the horses on the horizon. You do see the flapping blue wings.
Oh,
Clearly not a bird. Large. The approach, draconic in nature. You see the tips of these wings, a long serpentine tail, flaps behind and coming closer. It touches the tops of the trees. It is coming closer to you.
That's no butterfly. And he's gonna knock on the wood loud enough for everyone else to hear. We got company,
What is
and
it?
it's no butterfly.
The cat?
Bigger.
Does this wagon have a top to it, or is it open?
No, it's an open wagon. Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I got that dimension, Lilith. If you want, we can hide in it. I don't know if I can see us in that.
Does it look like it's it's flying at us? Does it look like it's flying at us with the intent to eat, or it's flying minding its own business?
Yeah, so I think as you look at it, it's very clear it's flying at you with the intent to eat, destroy, kill, devour. It is not wafting side to side. It is headed straight for you.
Great. See, that's what I thought it was doing. Okay, good.
How far away?
From this distance, you would guess it's probably a mile away, and you can see the wings slapping the tops of the trees, gusts of snow flurrying around, and it's getting closer and closer. What do you do?
5,000 GSU. Okay.
Something like that.
Is it something that we've seen before?
No.
But it's clearly, I mean, you said it's Draconic. It's clearly a dragon, or not quite clearly?
I mean, you see azure wings. It's blue,
Right.
and
Like,
it's
is it?
catching the tops of the conifers, growing closer and closer.
Oh god. Okay, so we can't tell. It's too close.
John, well, it's still that distance away. I have a quill that I picked up.
You do, yes. The quill of sending.
Yep. So, I don't know where the other quill is. So
No, you don't.
I'm going to pull out my book, and right in there, north of Hamlet, blue dragon, need help now, and put it away.
All right, so describe to everyone else what they see.
So you see a Gimbal still fascinated, in talking about some of these items he gained. One of them was a quill, and you see him have this very nice, pristine quill, even for being tousled around. All the feathers, all the parts of the feathers still in place. And he pulls that out, opens up one of his books, and he flips it open to an empty page as he starts to write in there frantically, even muttering as he writes. And you hear him say, "North of Hamlet, need help now, come immediately, blue dragon." And he closes it and puts the quill away as he starts to fumble around with some other potions and scrolls that he's found.
As he does this, what are all of you doing?
Baron's stacking up her crocheting.
Roger just keeps going. He's like, no, this ain't nothing. I've seen so many dragons. I'm gonna knock on the front because it's Gromit that's driving, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Gromit, pull off the side of the road into the trees.
The trees are all deciduous. There's no leaves upon them. There's no cover. We're in danger. Bryn, please, run to the front and protect us.
It's better to have some trees between us than nothing. Get in there.
All right, yes, sir. And he starts pulling the caravan over to the side. The wagon bounces along the path into the trees.
Lilith will actually bend down to meet eye level with Gimbal as she looks directly into his eyes. Gimbal, do you have something you can make little that can make a big food?
Oh, I wish I had another one of those barrels. We could. I mean, I could shrink a tree, and if you maybe use that, right? I've done that before. I mean, I can buy this some time with my rope trick spell if that thing can't see another dimension. But I mean, John, if I look around, are there any? Is this just land grass?
Yeah, so the snow is falling lightly. It's all grassland. You've been in this terrain before. You know it quite well. You've traveled here. So grasslands, rocky hilltops on the sides, gentle snow falling, but not enough to cover the ground with snow. And here we have, let's go back old school, Brim. Look at that, mini, gorgeous. Wait, hold on. Let me click this guy.
Never get to see him.
Oh, look at him.
He's gonna die. In this
That is Brim. Look at that. So cool. And Lilith here. And we have Gimbal. And we have Bertha.
Yeah, Bertha.
Bertha.
Brita.
And, oh, wait, where'd my rat guy go? I lost him. Hold on. I'll find it. Oh, here it is. And here we have Nerve running alongside, and the wagon, which I'll pull up. But more important than the wagon or the PCs or anything else is what you see. There is a giant azure dragon that falls to the ground. As it does so, it lets out a ferocious roar, and you can see as it slides, dust comes all around. There's a bolt of lightning that escapes from its throat and crashes into the trees. And as it does so, it stops. The maw opens wide, and a burst of electricity pops out. And that is where we go to break. Blue Box will be right back.
I've had to pee this whole time.
Nerve has never looked better.
Nerve has never looked better.
Real
Heck
quick
yeah.
before you walk away, John. In the kind of rocky land, are there boulders or is it just like rock?
Ask us after break.
Oh, come on! We're trying to plan something over here.
Not allowed. That's metagaming.
That's not metagaming.
Not allowed.
No.
Yes, it is. Shut up, Yaddles.
No, it's not.
Shut
Bob, you don't know how to
Don't
play
make me
Shut
come
up.
over there and choke you.
Oh
Choke you,
no!
slap you.
Hey, I'm gonna pee my pants. Hold on.
That's a weird.
Where's the laundry basket? It's gone.
Yeah, this feels wrong.
There's no laundry basket in place of all.
Yeah, this feels uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Rory.
Yeah.
No. The first one.
Yeah.
Can y'all answer my question in the group chat?
No.
I thought you just sent a spell that you can do. Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Do
mean,
we know? But would we
it's
know
hard to
that
know.
though? That's
Yeah,
OOC
it's hard
though.
to
Would
know.
would you as a character know that? Like how often would
Yeah.
you run into something like
Yeah,
that?
no,
so
that
that's
was
what
a-
it would
just,
be.
just yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much that. Yeah.
I would say there's only one way to find out.
And if you read it though, I guess a maximum. It's not. It's pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Can you do it at maximum? Then?
Bertha
Yes,
just
that is
hops
my
into
maximum.
Bertha just hops into Bryn's hands.
I'm ready.
I mean, you could assume it does. It's a creature, and it's yeah. But its actual effectiveness, yeah.
Wait, Stevie.
Yeah.
If this is your last game,
Yes.
This
and
is
we
where
don't
she
start
dies.
book 3 until May 2nd,
It's a lot of one shots.
One
in
shots
between.
all next month.
Yep.
are we
week.
not playing all next month?
Yeah,
Right.
were you not paying attention, Becca?
He was
Absolutely
not.
not. Never. I'm letting you guys know I never check Discord.
If I ever make you cry again, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm so sorry.
Becca just cried just because, and then
No,
made me feel bad.
I was so upset. I was just like, I think, definitely.
Aw, Josh, you're
It
so
was a thing.
sweet.
Rory was like, "Do you need me to talk to him?" I was like, "No, I'm a big girl. If someone's gonna talk to him, it's gonna be me."
I feel so bad.
Josh, you're so.
It's because we were riffing back and forth, so I was like, oh, we have the same humor. We make fun of one another, and that's the way it goes. And now to find out that I made you cry.
Well, my thing was, it was. Here, I'll message you. 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
wanna
tell me
put
how
it all-
horrible of a person I am.
No, I don't. I just don't want to put it out in like the way.
I'm so sorry.
Hold
No,
on,
he's not.
shut up. You're fine. Stop being.
I can
like-
see his face right now. He doesn't look apologetic at all.
I I know, Amanda. Oh, I'm
right?
not gonna
See, I
be.
told you he's the
I'm
worst.
not
He
gonna be
doesn't-
able to make my usual humor with you, Amanda. Because if I make you cry, I will commit seppuku. I can't.
I will punch you in the throat. if
Yeah,
you make
like
Amanda
I
cry.
would feel.
I will punch you
absolutely
in the throat. I'm telling you
horrible.
right now.
Yeah, you have
Amanda?
to come to game to do that, Vivi.
You know what? Shut your face.
Yeah, you jerk. Quit your job. Come to game.
I just got this job.
It's
Quit your
okay. You don't
job.
need it.
I do. I actually do.
Oh,
Trust me.
God.
I would love not to work, but you know, them's
Hey.
the work.
Feet finder. Come on.
Fee, what's for dinner? I made pasta, Alfredo pasta with chicken. Chicken. It was a quick dinner because I was at orientation all day. I'm tired. You can always find another job. Yes, I could. Technically.
Or you can just move to the U.S. We need tons of.
All right,
nurses
Josh. There was a lot of
Pass.
Excel stuff there, but
Oh, Vivi.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Hang on. Can you do both of us though?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Josh, it's okay, but
Oh my
guys, I think I'm gonna make Josh cry.
Taco Bell is hiring. I mean, yes. Thank you, Padros. I do enjoy cooking. Maybe tacos would be the same. Oh my god.
Who's laughing like that?
Do I have time to go throw salad in a bowl and bring
Yes.
Yes.
Go do it.
Go.
Quick. Run.
No.
Whoa.
I made Caesar
What
salad
kind of
for supper.
salad is this?
Any
And what kind of
salad can be
bowl
a
are you
Caesar
using?
salad if you eat it with a knife. What was, okay, wait, what was that motion?
Sure.
What was that motion? Have you guys seen the meme that's like any salad's a Caesar salad if you stab it enough times?
No, but I like that.
No.
Just
I like
single
that a lot.
size.
Can I carry that though?
I'm not sure. It's debatable. Yeah,
I think
I
that's
mean
too
that
many.
many. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even with us on your back and stuff, it's probably
it's
too many, but-
debatable.
right back.
Yeah.
Do you think I
Sorry.
could just turn into this
We were
same
upstairs.
dragon? The music kicked in as soon as we followed
She's
you
like, Rory,
upstairs.
can you come upstairs?
Jump, jump, jump. Where are they going? What are they doing?
Okay, listen, welcome to Blue Box. Now it is just Tom and I, and it is destruction and chaos. Honestly, when Nerve was talking, I was really
However.
like, this is exactly why Lilith and Nerve are friends, like immediate friends. 'Cause you just don't understand social cues either. You're just talking. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my
I never
god,
met
like,
no
never mind the tail. Look at his teeth.
Isn't it all just super impressive?
Like, and I would almost like imagine like Lilith almost like sticking her finger like close again, like almost wanting to like
and
fish hook you to like look at the.
and as he's like talking, he's like, yeah. It's like he's putting her hand down without even looking at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god. It's days
okay.
like this I'm gonna miss Nerve.
I know.
I'm gonna miss playing so much.
I know. Me too. Same. Okay.
Oh shit, Rory's back.
Those have to happen before I cast invisibility.
Okay, so I'll hold.
See what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
Because I can't cast a spell and then cast the other one.
Okay.
But I can cast shrink first.
Okay.
Also, can I help in any way? I'm also a druid. I got stuff, and I'm not a magic wielder as a person.
Shut
at
You can,
all.
you can, you know, you can
Gosh.
shift. You can shift forms.
Can you
know that, right?
shapeshift yet?
I
or
don't
no?
think
I was
so.
thinking of shape-shifting. However, I was like, what's a
You're-
bear gonna do?
Oh,
What
you're not high
level-
enough level.
Yeah, I was like, what level
to-
druid are you?
No.
So I'll be a finch. It said I could be small. So I'm gonna be a really, really tiny, tiny bird.
Okay.
If you do that though, it's gonna have to be really close. It's still like a good mile away, so we still have a little. I don't know what he's gonna give us
We-
a couple rounds.
Is it wise to even fight this thing? Can we not just do what Brim's like, go to the trees, and we all go to the trees?
there's no
Sad.
coverage, and the thing will
Yeah.
just blow the
Oh,
trees
shoot.
down.
Oh, that's
Sadly,
right.
that's
Even
what
if there
he
were
was saying.
leaves, the thing would just like electrocute
You
the crap out of it.
dingus.
You ever hear that under a lightning storm you should stand by a tree? Yeah,
Gosh.
probably
Yeah.
not.
I
Yes,
remember that.
and a steel rod.
Yeah.
Wait, so you said you had that shrink thing. Can you not shrink the dragon?
No, not creatures.
Dang it!
items.
God,
So
I hate
cool.
Make it a little, like a
Right,
like a
it's like dog
like
size.
a Mulan, not Mulan. Yeah, Mulan.
Mushu. Yeah,
Mushu.
Mushu.
That'd be adorable.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
I first thought Mulan
I'm
Rouge
sorry.
on
I'm
that.
sorry.
On the cow. What did the cow ever do to anybody?
The
Jeez.
cow did
it's the
everything. Are you
worst.
freaking kidding me? That's stupid
Bob
cow.
Mulan.
Va Mulan.
Yeah, freak. Hob is,
Singing without
Hob is so.
Permission.
Hob, do your Yzma, please.
My what?
Your Yzma impression.
A llama? He's supposed to be dead.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. She's so good at it.
I need to clear that. Wait, can you record
That
this?
is
so we can have it as a
amazing!
video?
So good. I want
How
Hob to
dare you
do.
hide this secret talent this whole
Hob-
time?
You guys
Hob
don't
is-
know I'm a voice actor. This guy.
Hob is really good at voice acting. I've been wanting her to get into it because her artwork's going nowhere.
You're right.
Book 1 could end in a full TPK. Yes, that's right.
Yes, please, just put me out of my misery.
Can you say wrong lever?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to.
Good. It's loud.
Hey, John, is this thing still flying towards us, or is it in front of us?
No, it just landed. Like its feet hit the ground, the dust flew up.
Man, hit the ground.
My
Yep.
God.
Yep,
He hit the ground running.
hit the ground, dust flew up.
For the whole schematics, it did cast.
Ah, I don't want to go back to live. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want
Let's
to.
just let's have a little bit of a longer break.
A good idea. Yeah, let's just
We've
enjoy a
all hard
break.
stuff.
Yes, I love you guys. You're awesome. You're awesome. Vivi, I love you. I love you, Hob.
You too, John.
I know. I mentioned earlier. So everything tonight that's given, I'll tally it all up. All the money will go to Hob and to Vivi.
Money.
Yeah, money will go to them. Anything you give tonight, all the bits, all the subs, I'll tally it up. I love supporting our fans and our viewers and our players especially. And these are amazing folks. I told Hob tonight, she knew that we'd be focused more on Vivi.
No, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
No, just like
Your underwear off.
3. Okay, all right, here we go. Going back live.
Who's underwear?
John, did you see him shaking his underwear in the screen?
I thought he was in his underwear. That
No.
was
His underwear.
You know, actually, I did watch myself on Zoom a little bit earlier today. Like it was not bad.
not bad. I love watching myself in the way.
I'm sorry.
We love having fun here on Blue Box. Thank you for supporting us.
And it's full daylight right now, isn't it?
Whoa, Rob, let's go! Holy smokes! Phantom NJ with like 15, 20, 50, I don't know what it was. It was amazing. Like, wow, 20 gift subs.
20 subs, yep.
Keeping me alive.
It's a lot of money for you guys.
Oh no, I meant with like music to keep my morning music. He sent me morning music to keep me hyped up so I
Aw.
could be awake for freaking.
All right.
I miss him
in my
so
car
much, bro.
Ew, do you remember when we went for breakfast?
Yeah, no, thank you. And like, I can't pretend. I've been crying off and on all today. Like this stream has been.
I'm not gonna look at you right now.
No, I've you can see it on my face. Like I've just been, it's hard. It's really hard. And so I'm gonna kill you all.
Because literally, like, what did I do?
I'm an innocent bystander.
Right, right away.
Do you hate your grandma?
1 foot in the grave.
John, you're supposed to respect your elders. Like, you cannot get burnt out.
Great job.
How dare you?
Woo! Woo! Okay,
You
all
with
right.
your crochet hook in the eyeball before you.
Way to die. So we could throw Berta at the dragon with just both those crochets and just pray
You
to
can.
God.
Yes. I mean, I have no idea what's gonna happen here. We're gonna run with it. It's all good. Whatever happens, happens. Here we go.
Do we have stats for crochet hooks? Please say yes.
Yes.
I feel like be daggers. Yeah.
Like piercing, right? Piercing damage.
Yeah.
Like 1d4 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Just say.
One
Add
what
times-
D8? What D10?
1d8.
Yeah.
What D10? What D10? D20?
Woo!
We hold all of my notes.
Oh, Caesar, Chris, thank you so much. Oh, for the DM, I think. Moose, thank you, Jeff.
That dude has a freaking
Power Chip, thank you, Chip. I missed a lot.
For any
Here we go.
Oh,
Where did you go, John?
What?
Other John. No,
Oh.
Demon Gun John. He's like back, and I was like, when did you leave?
Yeah.
He went to
why
adopt.
did you leave?
There was a
Why
child.
did you? How dare you leave?
It's-
How dare
Did you AFK?
Headlock. Yes,
John?
I did.
Thank you all.
Oh,
I
he
need
did
to step out
AFK.
for a second.
Thank you, Dark Elf. Thank you, Caesar.
My face is now dragon. You're right. Just noticed.
I know it's like over your eyes.
Yeah.
You're Batman. I'm Batman.
That was actually
I'm
my
Batman.
nickname when I was younger. It's really funny.
You're Batman.
I promise you tonight a sloppy stream. I told you it would suck. I knew I would not be ready for that. I'm not. It's gonna suck. It's gonna.
Don't like a good sloppy top
Oh,
cake.
It's. I told you tonight this would be the stream, and here we go. Sloppiness all together, and we're back. The dragon lands.
Dragonlance.
I didn't say dragon lands. Josh, stop! Just be quiet. Just be quiet, please, Josh. And as it does, there's a lightning bolt that streaks out around it, hits the trees. You feel the earth shake beneath you, and it's going to be initiative. Who's rolling for it?
Not me.
Who rolled for it last? I don't
Hob.
remember.
Hob rolls.
Gotta take out the square. Gotta shape the square. Gotta throw the square. 5.
Heck yeah. That's why we have Hob go.
You have a 5? All right, I'll roll here.
Wait, should I add my initiative still?
No.
Nope.
You shouldn't. Shut up.
Do you have improved initiative?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't.
Sure she does.
Why don't we waste some time and chat?
I roll a 3, so it doesn't matter. You have it. All right, party, what do you do?
Scream.
Who's going? What? Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't matter,
oh god.
Ferret's
Shape
will
of
stick.
Finch.
So we're going to start with anyone using missile weapons. That you'll go first. Brim will have to run because he's going to be physical, and I don't know what everyone else. So like spell casting will go last. So we'll have Lilith and Gimbal go last. Brim, what are you doing?
Oh, freak. I'm first?
Everyone pushes him forward.
And, okay, this is going to be a stupid question, John Joseph Jingleheimer Smith, but the dragon seems fairly aggressive towards us.
Yes.
Okay, I said it was going to be a stupid question. but
Thank you, everyone. We got a hype train, I think. Yes, yes.
We were able to reason with one
It's
dragon
not friend.
before.
Why looks like friend?
Exactly, it looks like a friend. It's friend shaped. Okay.
I can pet that.
Okay, yeah. Brim's gonna run forward, and he's gonna move to its right side.
Oh, that dragon. I'm sorry. I think the dragon. I missed it. My bad.
Right over
Nice.
Hob's face,
I'm sorry.
the one
I'm
that
so
comes
sorry, Hob.
because you hate
Wrong dragon. I thought they meant this dragon. This guy. It's the other dragon. Yes.
As Brim runs forward, he's gonna unsheath Reaver and yell back to Gimbal. Gimbal, try and reason with it. As he's going to move forward to swing at actually.
I don't think this one's missing its mama.
Yeah. He's gonna move off, trying to get its attention on its left side. Perfect. And kind of keep moving forward. Do I have enough room to be able to swing?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna make 2 swings at it, I guess.
All right, roll a hit.
First swing is checking my modifier. Woof, that's not gonna hit.
Dude, you have a whole bunch of +1s, eh?
I
forget.
Yeah, use all your pluses. Yeah, you got a lot from the chats.
I already rolled 21. So yeah, nope.
You run forward. You feel your axe bounce off an azure scale. You've never felt anything like this before. A brim, for the first time, a blue dragon. Bang! The scale bounces your axe off, and you see a chip on the edge of the axe fly off, and you feel a sense of despair.
He's gonna pivot off that back foot and come straight down onto the neck with this, and this time I'm going to use, how many do I have? 4 or 8? I'm gonna use
all of them.
I'm gonna use 3 +1s.
Because I will TPK this party. I will.
Do it.
John.
I don't want to. I'm not saying I want to. No.
I think a 29 to hit.
Bang! It sparks off the scale, doing no damage. Bounces your axe off.
Okay, guys.
I think we should run.
I think. Wow. Okay. Well, that's my 2 attacks. I'm just.
All right, let's go to Lilith.
Lilith's gonna go in tangent with Gimbal. Hang on. Can you please tell us the surroundings? Is there a large boulder anywhere near us?
Sure. Yeah, as you see, there's a huge outcropping of rock, gentle snowfall to the left, and there's also deeper rock to the right. Either way you want to go.
Okay, so Lilith will move to whatever rock looks like the biggest. As she kind of signals over to Gimbal. What distance will that put me at?
You're about 25 feet from the mouth of the dragon.
Okay, sweet. And then, is there a straight line from me to the dragon?
Yes.
Oh, poo, but you are that, so that doesn't even make sense.
Does Lilith ever make sense, though? Just saying.
No, she doesn't, but it is what it is. Do I have to do this? Oh, range touch, damn it. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Okay, well. No, that's not gonna work either. Dang, it's been a hot minute since I've been Lilith. Rory, do you want to go and do what you're doing?
We'll go to Rory first. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Gimbal.
So, Lilith, are you still moving? And you're thinking what you're doing? Or are you gonna, like, you're retracting and you want me to go?
No. I'm just gonna go towards the boulder, so I'm gonna be close to where we're gonna try to meet at the same point here. Yeah.
Alright.
And then I'm just gonna hold it a spell here, just while you take your turn.
How far is it from me to the boulder? I know Lilith made it part of the way. Is she right next to it? And I'm looking like 5 feet by 5 feet over here.
Yeah, Lilith moved to the right, left, I'm sorry. So she's here, off to the side. Gimbal is here. Brim is engaging directly.
So how far from me to that boulder? Is it 30 feet or 20 feet? Is it 40 feet?
No, that boulder here, on this side?
By Lilith, yep.
Yeah, 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. Well, I can only, I can move 20. Yeah. So Ollie will move that direction. I'll get right next to the boulder on the other side of Lilith there, which is kind of nice because we're splitting we're not all in one area, so that's good. So yeah, I'll get right next to the boulder so that I'm there for the next turn.
Is that right?
Use like a dash, I will. But yep.
Nerve.
Yeah. Shape of finch. I'm gonna turn into a tiny, tiny little bird. Like those little birds that you see out in like everywhere that are just eating like French fries and stuff in the city, but not pigeons. Those little ones. A tiny little finch.
Are you talking about the brown and black ones?
Yes, sir, I am.
Those are house finches.
Listen, who works at the pet store? You or me? Yeah, no, the one of them, the black and brown one specifically now. And what I want to do is to fly right into this dragon's face, not into its jaws, but in its vicinity. I'm going to try to.
Wait. No. Wait. So distinguish for me the jaws and the face. How do you go to the face and not the jaws?
Like all up in its like business. Better.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense.
So, the whole point is to be near the head.
Near the head, but not the jaws.
Yes,
Like the
exactly.
eyes.
Exactly. My whole point is to be very, very annoying, to be a nuisance, to fly in this dragon's just face, just to kind of give the group an edge. If it's distracted enough by me, I'll take the risk. I'm a hero.
Okay, all right. Berta, what are you doing?
Ready for this?
As you watch this, what are you doing, Berta?
How far away is Bertha?
Here, so she's like 25 feet.
Alright, I will run a bit closer. How far can I run?
Well, I mean, you can give 30 feet, so you can cast a spell or.
Yeah, I
Wait.
want to get to about 15 feet away.
All right, you're there.
And then can I still cast a spell?
Of course, yeah, like 10 feet. Yeah, you can cast a spell.
Alright, sweet. I'm going to cast Burning Hands directly at its underbelly.
All right, what's the DC?
Get 5d4s.
And the DC is again. Oh, wait. Holy smokes! I rolled a nat 1 on the saving throw. That makes that a. That's crazy. All right, so I hate it when I bring these things out for the players and not for the DM. So tell me what your damage is. Roll D100, please, percentile dice.
Wait, which one's that?
The 2d10.
Two tens.
0,
Yeah,
0.
2 tens. Because I roll a 1 on the save.
Wait. The one with the 40 or the one with the...
The one with the 40 and the one with just the normal number on it.
Gotcha.
They look the same. Yes.
Thank you, Josh.
You said
I
don't
got you.
die, right?
Hey, I'm using
You're
the
helping me.
microphone. Like,
What?
Alright, I rolled a 60 and a 2.
62?
That's a 62. All right, so. Oh, snap.
Crackle pop. Watch that.
Rice
baby drop.
Krispies.
Crackle and pop.
Did you roll my 5d4s?
No.
All right, roll damage.
Okay, wait. Is the d4
Yep.
this triangle guy?
Yep. The invisible one.
The one you don't want to step on.
Okay.
Heck,
The caltrop.
So that's... The first one is going to be a 1,
the cow drop.
then a 3. That's 4, right?
Oh, wait.
Then a 3 again, which is what? 4
That's
plus
12.
3 and 8. No, 4 plus 3 and 7.
18.
Plus 4. 7 plus
32.
4. Are we being helpful, Josh?
Nope.
Yep.
Never am.
Alright, and the last one is a 2. So that's what, 13?
Yep.
Did I do my math correctly?
You see it slam. The creature staggers back, but then pulls forward, directly opening its maw toward Brim, but clearly hit. Berta, you have done damage. Nicely played. All right.
One of its blasts and just be incinerated.
Who's not gone yet?
Me.
Go ahead.
Well, Liz will actually take out her staff and she will cast Summon Nature's Ally 3, so she can summon the 3rd level under the thing. So she will cast and she will summon a Wolverine.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
And Challenger DM, he has no Wolverine mini.
I'll send you one, John.
I'll find something. Let's use.
A hero clicks
All right.
Wolverine.
Here's the Wolverine. Looks nothing like a Wolverine, but will work. It leaps forward to the creature and attacks.
What is that?
It's a Wolverine.
Is that a drum?
It's a Wolverine.
Tiniest freaking thing ever. You didn't have it. You have like wolves, don't you? Not at all.
No, it's not a wolf. No, it's a Wolverine. Roll the hit.
Too soon, Rory. Too soon.
Way too soon.
Rude. Why did you go bring that up again?
As long as Josh doesn't run over the horses.
I did not run over them. They were already dead.
No, they weren't.
Shut up. They were already dead.
They were not dead when you rolled that card.
They were dead.
There's a card and there's horses again, so, you know.
All right, so on the stream we have bonuses coming from all the chatters. We have, golly, Amanda, can you post that one more time?
Oh my gosh. We're gonna die. This is gonna be another TV.
It could be. It could be. Yes.
Does the Wolverine attack on my turn as well, though? Because it has 2 claw attacks and a bite.
I really hope Gimbal is the only one to survive.
How did I have 9? I thought I had 10.
You've already died once. That's all.
You only get to die twice.
Wait.
John, does my Wolverine attack the same round that I summon it, or is it attacking next?
No, the next round. Yes.
Okay.
No, next.
But I'm asking you to roll now, so I have it. So.
Oh, for the next attack?
Right. Exactly.
Big money, no whammy.
That's a nat 20.
A 15 plus. What is my plus here?
Hey, Amanda.
Plus 4.
Is the count correct? Because the last time you posted it, you said Bertha had 5, and now Bertha had 9 last time, and now she has 4.
Yeah, you had that
It
at 10,
should
now
have
it's at
gotten
9.
Yeah, Bertha
Yeah,
got
Amanda.
some from.
So if we could just check that, please.
Gosh, man.
Boo. Boo. I'm just kidding.
Okay. 15 plus 4, so 19 to hit for the claw. Do you want me to do each claw and then the bite, John? Or...
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, nat 20!
What?
Second freaking
There we
claw.
go.
No.
There we go. Please
And the
let this
bite
Wolverine
is a
somehow
9
kill
plus
this thing.
4, so-
Okay, roll to confirm on the nat 20.
Okay.
Come on, you're gonna need another nat 20 to confirm.
Yeah, you will. You will.
Can I use my pluses?
You can.
I will use.
And he's right. You'll need like this. It's not going to hit without that nat 20. Thank you. Oh my gosh, the chat's blowing up. They want to be good to Vivi and Hob. You can see it here. Thank you so much,
I rolled
everyone.
An 18 plus 4.
No, 22 will not confirm the crit. Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay. That's not that much. But just one hit, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, at least the Wolverine got a hit.
6 total. It's just a claw attack. So 6
4.
total for damage.
All right.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Manda. You see a Wolverine leap forward, digs its teeth into a bit of the paw of this massive blue dragon, teeth snipping in between the scales of a front paw, and it leaps forward. Its maw opens, electricity jaggedly toward Brim, who's not gone yet.
Nope. Wait. No, I did.
I said, who has not gone yet?
Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
I think
sorry,
that's
God.
it. Everyone's gone.
That's
Everyone's
it.
gone.
Oh, don't X tail like that.
Like this. You said the blue dragon.
It's a small blue dragon. It's not a big blue dragon.
I'm a tiny target. If this thing
Because
hits
that makes it so
that'd
much
be crazy.
better, Don.
Here we go. All right.
I'm also a tiny target.
No, I'm a little tiny cute baby bird. Okay.
You know what? You're a liar.
AoE is AoE.
No. Stop confusing me with all these big words.
Wait, garlic AoE? Or Chipotle AoE?
Yeah, you know.
The dragon.
Dragon AoE?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Blue box. Blue box ran stress, but it's just blue.
The Nat 20s are a blue box staple.
No.
The dragon
No.
lunges forward, grabs Brim in its maw,
Don't you dare.
And kisses him. Kiss.
lifts him up into the air. You hear a crunch, crunch, crunch as Brim's bones, his ribs, snap, crackle, and pop as the creature lifts it into the air. And Brim, you take.
Yep, this is it, my dudes.
All of the damage.
Do
This is
not.
it. I'm gone.
We need a rethink.
I'm dead.
No, I mean, don't. Like you're a big boy now,
Ran
Brim.
away.
Yep.
Oh, well, maybe.
I have
78 points of damage.
That's all she wrote?
No!
No, I'm kidding. I'm still in.
Okay, good.
Is it? No, really?
You
What?
said 78?
Yeah, 78. Crunches down. You feel teeth as it pulls you up into the air. You snap, crackle, pop, bones crunching.
He's still up. He's still good to go. He's like in the jaws with Reaver still in one hand.
And he says,
Dang it, sorry, Josh is in such a good mood. He looks down at the group. Keep going. As he's literally just gonna
keep
stabbing
going.
at that head.
That is the weakest group time. Keep going.
Pierced by fangs
We
through
all
my
feel
armor.
inspired. We're all super inspired.
Keep going. All right. Crack, roll, pop. All right, initiative. Next round.
Come on, Hob, win
Here
again.
we go, Hob.
Plus
Everybody
two
give it a
group
kiss.
initiative.
Everyone give it a kiss.
DM has a 4 on the die.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Hey, John, I
Shake
got
it, shake
you
it, shake
right
it. Someone
here.
All right.
give a +2, yeah. Ooh, that's already a 6. So that's the
Nice.
8.
You hear those golden pipes?
Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
You like that?
Oh, I
Good
love
one,
it. That's a good one, huh?
Gimbal.
Yeah.
As the next round happens, tell me what unfolds.
Being I ran, you know, like near Lilith, both of us being near that big boulder. Old habits die hard. I will reach my hand out, placing it on this boulder. Hopefully finding one, you know, like I had mentioned last time, 5 feet in size or bigger. Placing my hands on it, finding one that I know is a solid rock and not just exceedingly big. And Lilith, you especially being close, you'll see my hands as they kind of rub across a couple times and lift up and then shrink back down as this massive rock in front of us just into just a couple inches in size. And I pick up that rock and hold it in my palm. I will move still close to Lilith, but further to the flank of the dragon. Just generally speaking, not wanting to be anywhere in its eyesight.
You toss it out and roll. What's your DC?
DC for. Oh, I'm not throwing it.
He hasn't thrown it, no.
It's just
Oh.
in my palm, so I'm still
He's
right
just
next to
holding it.
Lilith.
Oh, okay. So it's noon
Hold
round.
it- Hold it
Throw
in
it
my
at the head.
hold it in my hand. Just move to the other side of Lilith, kind of.
Take me out.
Still holding?
and Still holding it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Lilith.
Yep.
I As Lilith is looking to Gimbal as he shrinks this giant boulder, she sees the dragon take Brim into his mouth. Her eyes widen as she turns and looks at Gimbal one more time. You see her wild shape into a giant eagle. Now, where's your eagle, John?
I've got one. Hold on.
Get your minis ready.
I'll figure it out.
When you have a druid, you buy the animal pack.
I have it.
Yeah, sure.
Where's it? Wait.
If you have 2 druids, you definitely need to buy the animal pack.
Hey, don't forget there's
a
2 birds.
griffin.
There's a big eagle and a teeny tiny little baby city bird.
Don't forget
So-
about baby.
Lilith
Can't
just
forget
swoops
about the
down
baby.
for a snack.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was Nerve?
Oopsie.
Oh, whoa, you turned into a griffin.
No, it's not a griffin.
Wow,
It's an eagle.
that's an eagle.
Are you
Topsy-turvy eagle.
sure?
No.
My man can't
Oh,
even
no.
stay upright.
Oh wow.
He a little
Lilith
drunk.
is so
Bye.
drunk. Yeah.
Where's the dragon?
Lilith,
Which one
stop
is the dragon?
drinking.
Perfect. Right.
Sorry.
There we go.
I'm
All right.
gonna die.
All right. Let's go to you, Burke.
Oh, would I be able to move this round? Yes, correct?
Yes,
Like
uh-huh.
wild shape, correct?
Yeah.
I will then pick up Gimbal and move.
Gimbal, do you allow this?
Oh yeah.
Abu asleep?
Oh
Throw
yeah.
him through a portal.
We done connected eyes.
Yes, we do
Okay.
connected eyes.
Stop looking at the woman.
And you pick him up and do what?
Oh,
Rory, where are we going? You take the
Uh,
reins.
I feel you grab. I feel your talons grasp around me as gently as your talons can, and I'll just take my hands, and you'll feel them tap carefully with this boulder in my palm. You'll feel my fingers tap on your belly, and then just kind of push up.
Okay, and then she will just like take off, up, straight up,
Straight up.
straight up, no cap.
Cat.
Here's my straight up no cap.
I am death. Straight up.
How
Straight
far
I
up
know
can you
I'm
fly?
getting old. We have to ask Skylar what
That's-
else young language means.
Yes. Where do you think I get it from?
John,
What
I'm
does
gonna have to
these things
3D
mean?
print you some
Like,
flight
not
stands.
my husband. You
Wait, what? No, mine are good. Stop. All right, so
Fly?
you fly up. Nerve. You see this dragon crunching on Brim. What are you doing, Nerve?
Yes,
He's probably fine.
I'm going.
Nerve's going to. You're gonna hear like a tweet tweet, and he's just gonna go straight for this dragon's eyeballs. He's gonna try to claw them out and peck them out with his little bird beak.
Roll to hit.
Little guys. Oh dear lord, how many of those pluses do I have?
Not enough.
You don't know that. Wait. Well, maybe.
I do.
rude. Not enough. What's us to know?
Hold on. Shut up, everyone. Shut up. I can't think.
Bob, you're taking a really
So anyway,
long
my
time.
dad had this mustache that was it's gonna.
Oh, thank God, someone distracted.
Nerve
Hold on.
tries to talk the dragon
Ruin
to
goal.
death.
It's because I have an unarmed
Spit that out. You don't know
attack.
it's been. Bad dragon.
So what? It's just a 25. I think.
25?
25.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
unfortunate.
It's flat-footed,
I'm sure
right?
it is.
Yeah, you miss completely.
It's,
Oh God.
yeah. Yeah.
He goes right by the eyeball.
Yeah, exactly. Like
See the alignment.
right off the eyeball. Who's not gone yet?
I
Me?
have not.
Bertha. You don't get to go, Josh. You're crunching the jaws.
No!
Bertha.
Still being able to get to the underbelly because of the angle she's at. She will send 2 firebolts, 2 arcane, magical firebolts
Oh wow.
out of either hand to its underbelly.
Yeah,
Nice.
Grandma.
All right, DC.
Also, wait, can I use some of my +1s on that?
Of course you can. So that detracts from my DC.
Okay. Can you remind me again what equals what? So I've.
No, you just tell me how many of your +1s you're using, and I take them away from my roll to save against it.
You're just gonna minus it out of him.
Right,
I'm using
exactly.
10.
10?
Oh.
Whoa! 10? Okay, all right.
Yeah, get shreked.
If you kill this thing, can you please just like?
Yeah, so so full damage. Roll your damage. Yeah, you hit it.
So I did 2 of them, so that's 1d6 of fire damage plus 1 of each fire damage, 1d6 of fire damage plus 1 point for every 2 cleric levels. And I'm a level 5 cleric. So hold on. I'm so confused. 1d6. 9 plus, that would be what? 2
Mm-hmm.
would be for
11.
the first one, so that's 11. And then,
Right.
oh, that sucks. 2 plus 2 is 4 for the second one. So what is that a total of?
It's a lot. It slams into the creature. You see it staggers back, and it only then decides to crunch harder on Brim's body. Brim, as this fire illuminates the creature, you feel it crunch down on your abdomen. What do you do?
He's I forget what show I saw it in, but he's literally in the mouth with the Reaver, just stabbing into the face of this thing. Oh, come on, how many +1s do I have? Jeez.
Rolled it.
I'm going to use 5 of mine to get a
Thank you, Pat.
advantage. Good heavens. Freak!
Thank you, Pat.
That won't hit, and my second attack, it wasn't a 1. I just did not roll high enough. Come on.
You're like, obviously you have little power. You're flailing away.
I'm trying, like, it's just chinking off of the armor of the dragon. Just again and again. Gosh, dang it. That's it. That's my turn. I can't move. Jimbo, can you try and talk to it? Good heavens. It's just continually trying. He's like at the last point, he's got Reaver in the jaws of it, trying to like hinge the blade up to try and get some sort of leverage to get his body out.
And as much as Gimbal wants to respond, he at the moment he's holding every urge back to respond.
Yep, all good. Okay, that's my turn. Thanks, John. I'll just go take a nap.
Right. Gimbal. What do you do?
Oh, we already went, didn't we?
I know. I'm
Is this
giving
the
you
same
another.
one?
Yeah, big. You saw Brim. Look at you.
Yeah.
Call out to you. I'm giving you
A response or a whole action?
You tell me.
A whole action.
And if I get to pick, yeah.
away.
And
Blitzkrieg.
seeing Brim, I mean, Brim
Thanks,
and I
Kurt.
have been through some stuff. Everything from climbing up his armor and sitting on his shoulder to just different moments to the walks, and just we've been through so much together. And now to see him in literally probably the worst place imaginable, minus my death experience. But he's going to be there soon, so worst place imaginable.
Yep.
I just, everything inside of me wrenches wanting to scream out to Brim that I have a plan. So many times I've told him, I've given him a signal that I have a plan, and now I can't. I have it, but I can't. And everything inside of me rips apart as if the jaw is ripping at me itself. And almost as a feeling of internal manifestation, the giant eagle and myself go invisible as I cast invisibility sphere.
Gimbal vanishes. As he does so,
Brim sees it, looking up, seeing both Gimbal and Lilith, and he's like, yeah, and then they just both go,
as he vanishes, Brim,
My only hope gone.
There is really no reflex save to be made here. The electricity courses through your body. I'm going to let you make the save. You're going to try to turn. You feel the electricity. Like, it comes up from the gullet of the creature. As it comes up, you're going to try to twist. Make your save.
Do I have negatives because I'm wearing metal armor?
No, just make the save. I'll tell you.
Okay. I'm gonna take the little bit that Kurt just gave me. I'm gonna take that +1.
Take everything you've gotten. All of
I
it.
only have one.
One? You only have one?
I only have one because I used the rest last round trying to hit it. Okay, it's a reflex save.
Yep. So you're trying to
just
twist in the jaw.
Just for funsies, what is the save for this?
So it's going to be a 22
I need a nat
reflex.
20.
What?
Nat 20.
You need a not 20?
I need it.
On a 22 reflex save? What?
Oh my god.
Brim,
Are you kidding me?
Brim has a negative in Dex.
Why do you have a negative in dex?
Because Brim's Brim. Brim only has 3 positive stats.
Hint,
All
hint,
the rest
hint.
are negatives.
Somebody give some pluses.
Yeah, so here we go.
Wait. I will give time.
John, you said
Time.
this. Nope.
Time.
Can I?
No time. You
No,
said what
John,
you
this
said.
is how it goes.
No take back.
John, you did this.
Look,
I didn't do this. No, I have a plan.
You didn't
Is
do
this
this.
what you
Oh,
wanted?
thank you, GF Powers. Yes,
Thank
coming
you.
in
Powers.
for the win. Can I have GF Powers? Yep.
D4,
Plus 1
inspiration,
to,
skills,
Wait,
that's
wait,
Brim.
wait,
Okay,
wait,
okay.
Can I
wait,
give
wait,
my
wait.
9 to Brim?
Thank you, Chip.
I've got 2, so I'll use those 2 +1s. And
Wait,
then
wait.
Then I have a D. Well, you can't do that. You're a player.
Too late.
No, she can. She can.
Okay,
You can
so
do that?
give me a
Hold
second.
on,
So
hold on.
that's 3 +1.
She can.
That's
Thank
4
you, John.
+1
Hang on, you're at 4. You're at 4. You're at
plus
4.
the
You're at 4.
D4. Okay. I still
God, I
don't
wish it
think I'm
wasn't
gonna
so
make
hard.
this.
Stalling. Is there any more? He has 4.
No,
plus
guys,
1.
stop it. This
No,
ain't how the game goes.
he
Okay,
shut
Miss.
up. He currently has
Tonight, with Vivi and Hob leaving, this is how the game goes. Yes. Vivi is boss. Whatever Vivi says goes.
So I've got 2D4
Hey, Josh.
now.
Josh,
Yes.
you also got a inspiration from Miss Swiss.
I have
Wait,
2
you
of
said-
those now.
You said that whatever they say goes. I wanted to give my 9 to Brim. Can I do that?
No,
Is that a thing
no,
that I can-
no.
I can't donate my 9. I don't need them. I'm a
I don't
smart
want
Yes, you
your
can.
9,
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna give
creature.
my 9 to Brim.
No!
You're so important to me, Josh. I just want you to be happy.
It's all that flittering around the eyes.
That's
Oh,
distracting.
Manda said there was a full heal from Caesar. Let's go. Redeeming 50,000 channel points. Let's go, Chris. Thank you so much.
Brad gives
As the beast crunches down, you feel an incredible surge of energy. Lightning.
Yay!
It's so
We get to
invigorating.
keep
It's bringing
him.
us back to life.
Friendship. Friendship
Let
did
Brim
that.
die!
No, are you kidding me?
As this happens.
Oh my gosh.
No, it gets better.
So is he at full health then? Is that
I
what you're
don't
saying?
know.
Brim turns into a dragon, actually.
You see Brim
That'd be sick.
fall to the ground, snapped from the dragon's maw. He slumps, and you see light covering his body. As Brim falls to the ground, you look to the left, and you see another dragon.
Oh,
Is it red?
Are you freaking kidding
Is it
me?
red?
another one.
No, not another one.
Another
get out of here.
Are they gonna eat each other and save us? And we don't have
It is.
Kiss,
It
kiss,
is.
kiss.
Is it red?
You see a dragon approaching. You hear the blast as it comes close. You feel the power of its wings.
Come on.
This is the daddy dragon. This is the mommy dragon.
No. You see a dragon that only Gimbal, Brim, and Lilith recognize. A red dragon appears before you. This guy coming. Sans Rider. This giant red dragon comes flying down. But as it does so, you see flame burst from its maw. Massive gouts of fire that blow all around you. As it casts this gout of fire, there is then a moment of silence. Only Brim, Gimbal, and Lilith may speak. Once Stor Gajol stood atop this dragon. Now this dragon, absent any rider, its maw gaping beside, coming up behind the blue dragon, you recognize it. Brim, you pull yourself from the ground, feeling the infusion of healing and power from a source you know not of. As this blue dragon stands above you, you look at the red dragon. You've never seen such a beast before. It's grown. No rider upon it. We're going to go Brim, Gimbal, then Lilith. What do you think? What do you see as this happens?
As Brim falls with a heavy, painful thud, his armor and skin smoking, and yet somehow feeling good from this blast of electricity. He hits, rolls, and stands up, seeing this flame hit into the side of this blue dragon. He has Reaver in both hands. Confused, he looks over to see the red dragon as it skids to a stop, landing behind the blue dragon. And he just gets he still has his battle hardened look towards the blue, but he looks over towards the red and gets this big toothy tusky grin. And he just yells out the way that he did when he first met it, when he last met it, the roar of another hunter and another predator.
Lilith.
As Lilith flies up with Gimbal in Talon and sees Brim in his state fall to the ground out of his mouth, she almost comes down a little bit in height just because she made the assumption that he was dead. Despair washing over her entire face. Again, that flash of Hamlet in the state that it was when we returned home. Everyone hanging from the trees, removing Federum and the flower. All of these things all flashing in front of her as she sees Brim's body fall to the ground. In almost this despair, just as the feelings are starting to well up inside of her, tears coming from her eyes, this giant dragon comes down, and that same invigoration that Brim has, she just is in awe, and she says to Gimbal, "He's here," as she gets that strength again in her wings, beneath her wings, as she brings him up a little bit higher.
Gimbal.
Recanting the conversation that Gimbal had with this dragon, informing it of its manipulation that was placed upon it, the lies and the deception.
Right.
Making this powerful beast into a weakling, which it obviously is not.
Right.
With that kind of vigor stirring up, my free hand, I'll reach up and grab the leg of Lilith. And with, I'll say loud enough for her to hear. No matter what, Lilith, that is the Mount of Brim. And by his side, I see a rider. And that is you. So let's finish this.
and you see her just to start to flap her wings and go closer to the and encroach closer to the blue giant.
All right. So what are you trying to do, Lilith?
She is going to fly Gimbal as close to this thing's mouth as possible, and she is going to yeet him at this dragon.
Into the mouth of the dragon.
Into
not
the mouth
at
of. Into the mouth
Of the red dragon.
Into
Nope.
the jaws
The blue
of
dragon.
Yes. We are invisible. Don't forget.
Yes, I
And
know.
flying fast and hard and into the
Imagine
jaw.
you're going about your business of your day and your mouth is just open. You're in a fight, and then you just feel something out of nowhere get into your mouth.
You ever
and can't
ride
even
your
see-
bicycle and have your mouth open and hit a wall of gnats?
Yeah, but at least you can see the
That has, yes, I have done that. Yes, I have.
I once accidentally swallowed a moth that flew right into the back of my mouth, so I know
Aw.
exactly what the hell that feels
There you
like.
go. That's what's going on
It's
right
because
Those
here.
you're
big white
filled
ones?
with light.
All right. So Fraley said correctly. Vivi, we
No.
need an eagle screech.
I
Come
cannot eagle
on.
screech.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You give me an
Yeah,
example?
Vivi.
I will give you one. Ready? Ready?
Come on,
Okay,
Vivi.
you go. Shut up, Josh.
All right.
Oh, you're
That's a pussy one.
cawing.
John's a
It's an eagle screech. Yes.
An eagle screech?
Yes.
Yeah, come on.
Josh. Like, it's kidding. I don't know how to that. It's do eagles screech like that? No, it's not like a,
That's a wounded raven at best. Pat Draw said. Yes. My eagle is. That's a crow. The chat is killing me right now. Sorry. Also.
hang on. There's random fact of the day. I heard that the sound of an eagle screech that people use is actually not the sound of an eagle. It's the sound of a different bird.
Yeah.
It's
Probably,
more-
but
it's-
give us
yeah.
one. Come on.
Yeah.
It's more like a brr, 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 brr kind of thing. Yeah.
Wait. What?
We're running out of time.
No, no. My eagles don't go. No, no. That's horrible. No.
My eagle's
Wrong. No, 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 no. My eagles don't do that. No.
Hello and welcome back to
There you go. Drunk
BB.
tinker, terrible. So you just screaming. Oh yeah. Help me with this because apparently my form is not that great.
You ready?
Form do you need?
Come on.
All right. So thank you, Vivi. All right, we got to do this. All right. So she taught me how to give a heart, and I've gotten better at it. It's still not great, but it's better than it was.
It's way better than it was because before you
Right.
were like this.
I know. Yeah, I was
Your
so.
muscles were like.
Now, Vivi, show us how you flip someone off. You flipped off your job. No, you didn't do that. No, you didn't. You didn't. No, no, that's better. How did you do it originally? Yes, you did like this. This is how you did it. This is the old school, like 50-year-old. This is not how you do it. You do it like this. You have to have the knuckles.
Move that way.
Yeah, the knuckles, right, like this. And you're doing better now. Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's how you do it.
That hurts.
Everyone.
It does hurt.
Yeah, why would you do
Do
that?
you tuck your? Okay, wait. Is there a
Yeah.
tuck in
You
yourself?
go
or
as-
not?
Yeah, yeah, like this,
You go.
right? So you have to do it like
It
this.
doesn't want to go straight. It doesn't want to straighten out like this.
No, this got to be straight. Yeah, this got to be.
That hurts.
All right. So, Vivi, tell everyone why we're doing this, because like people are so confused right now on stream. Like, why are we doing this? Tell everyone.
Because my work was being really mean and awful, so it doesn't matter. I think it's just.
No, it
long story
matters. It
short-
matters.
I know it does. It's long story short. I work in healthcare. We got a new manager who didn't have the same. Who's just awful and didn't care about. Didn't have patient care. As a priority and didn't know how to communicate with her staff, and it was just really awful. It was really, really awful. So it was really sad. I worked there for a really long time. I loved my job, and it was just really difficult to see the place that you love and enjoy working so much turn into something that you ended up hating because of one singular person. So that's kind of why I gave it the FU, because it was just really sad to see, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to make light of it, but I mean to like support you. You
for
are
sure. No.
you are amazing,
Sincerely,
and
she's putting
we
it
all join you with that good solid knuckles
Oh,
crinked
there it
here. It's got to be like this, not like this. It's got to be like this. Exactly. You guess. There you go. It's like-
a dramatic climax. Like,
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, remember when we were fighting dragons?
Okay, back to the dragons.
Flying to the jaw. Flying directly at the jaw.
Mhm.
Come on.
As you throw Gimbal into the maw of the dragon, you see the red dragon coming beside. Whoops. What on earth? This stupid. Wait.
John, your griffin keeps falling.
I know.
You
This
lost
is
it.
why, like,
Balance
the
is good.
digital stuff is easier, but I love the physical stuff. You throw the dragon toward, and as this one launches into it, we go to initiative next round.
We are currently still invisible.
Yeah.
Right? DM has.
Hob
Oh,
does-
crap. A one. No, four. Four. I thought it was a one. It was a
Come
four.
on, Hob,
Roll the
come
square,
on.
roll the
Throw-
square, Hob.
roll the square.
Roll the cube, Hob. Roll the cube.
Come on, what the
I've got a 4.
Bob,
How did
hurry
you
up.
lose it?
Bob, we literally have like 35 minutes left.
Less than that. No, it's going to be
Less
early
than
tonight.
Bob, what are you doing?
Alexa, roll me a d6.
How did you lose your dice?
Don't count on it, Alexa.
I got a 6. Thank you, Alexa.
Oh, I'll take it. All right. So let's start with you. Gimbal, you are tossed toward the maw of the creature. What are you doing?
I am embracing the toss. As Lilith's talons thrust me forward, right? So as her legs are tossing me into the jaw, into the actual mouth of the blue dragon. Lilith, you'll feel my hand of how I had initially grabbed to gain your attention, just to make that comment. I see the rider on top being Brim and you by his side. You feel a sense of empathy as my hand, I want to say it, but Josh is here and it just won't come off right. My hand leaves your leg. It does like a pet, like a caress, like a
Shut
pet
up,
that a
John.
dog would recognize to be kindness,
Yes.
right? And so you feel my hand leave, and my head as I'm turning into the creature's mouth. My hand with the stone in it is by my face, and as I am flung in, you just see that grin on my face that says, "I have a
We can't see anything because
But
you're
I don't see it on your face.
plan." Well,
because you're invisible.
I could.
yes. Well,
could.
as you leave 10 feet away from me, and I reappear. You reappear. I don't.
I
reappear.
reappear. Yes, you're the
I
one
am
who's
invisible.
not me.
For all you viewers, I have a grin on my face that says, "I know what I'm doing."
And I'm confused. What are you doing?
So my goal is with the stat that I sent you about boulders.
Right.
So a 4x4x4 boulder is 64 cubits and over 10,000 pounds. I found one that was at least 5x5x5.
Right. Yes.
Right. So we're talking about a boulder that's over 5,000 pounds or over
Right.
10,000 pounds. My goal is to have this go at least lodged in the throat, because as soon as it impacts, it expands.
Yep.
So my goal is to at least toss it into the throat to expand it at whatever expense of my life that might be. And I'm sure it's big enough to clog its throat. I mean, 5 feet.
Yes.
That's
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Renreb. Thank you, everyone. Like, great support tonight. As I mentioned earlier, all support tonight, I'll tally it up. It will go to Hob and to Vivi, their last stream tonight with us. And rocking my world. I'm a mess tonight. I know I've not DM'd it as I should, but I'm so excited to just support what's happening with these guys. And we're going to do a one-shots all week long. And then in April, all the one-shots are going to happen. And then tomorrow night, the very cool stuff we're doing with our friends at Tailspire Wizard, Mad Wizard, Don of Tailspire, and then John. It's going to be a great stream tomorrow night. I'm sorry, I'm super emotional tonight. It's as you do this, you see it explode inside the maw of the creature. it rocks back. As it does this, you see the red dragon plunges forward, and there is a voice in Lilith's head. Forget him. Don't. As the red dragon plunges into the blue dragon, the two conflict and empower one another. There's a huge conflagration of the electricity and lightning and the fire that blossoms around you. And again, you hear, "Don't forget him."
As you see Lilith almost like in eagle form shake her head, she tries to speak back. Forget who?
And there is silence. Nothing more.
Happened to me.
Nope. You are.
Just me.
You are. We'll get to that. No.
Okay.
John, I sent you a DM. Would you be able to discern what direction it is coming from?
You hear it from the trees around you. The same voice you heard inside the grove of Jeruashtaf. It still calls to you, even as your comrades, your friends. You sense not as a abandon them call, but as a if you wish to help them call. You must not forget him.
As you see, like, again, as she's just like in that whole mode with her face in battle, as she tosses Gimbal towards this dragon, shaking her head a little bit as she hears that voice, she looks back at the red dragon.
Don't forget him.
And again at the blue dragon, and she looks down at Brim in his state, and she looks around just for Gimbal. She knows that she can't see him. She starts to kind of fly down a little bit towards the ground, but she almost is in it. She feels that pull that's pulling her away, but she's fighting it to just stay here until she knows that they're safe.
Gimbal, as you fly toward the creature's maw, you toss the boulder or the pebble, the rock in, and it grows how much again?
So it grows to be at least 5, full size.
So 5,000 pounds, you said, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Was I thrust into the mouth? Like, if that's what it takes to get it in, that's where he's going. Otherwise, like the plan that we have is to ensure that
You throw that. You see the boulder fly into the mouth, and the DC save would be what?
there's no save.
No, there should be a DC, right?
The rock just expands on impact.
But
as
what's
far
the
as that
spell
goes.
is?
Shrink item.
It's just shrink.
So you
item.
shrunk the. So you have to throw it, right? So it's gonna be a throw to hit. It's gonna be a missile, melee missile weapon. So a dexterity.
Would he have to throw it if he's already in the mouth?
Well, he's not already in the mouth, is he?
He's just
So
yeah.
No,
what
no.
we were
Brim
saying
was in
was-
the mouth.
So
No,
her
he-
goal
I
was
threw
to
him
threw
in.
me in the mouth.
Oh, you
That's what we were
you
saying.
threw him in the mouth.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I think that's fine. So because he would not resist that, right? So you would throw him. The creature would clearly snap him up. As the creature snaps him up, I will take that. And so
when I hit the tongue, then I would, want to, if I can, if I'm not snatched too quick, then I'm right in the mouth by the throat and just toss it down the throat. If that's not possible, then
no, because she threw you. It is possible. Yeah.
okay.
So 5,000 pounds. Rock.
10,000 plus.
10,000 plus.
Plus. It'd actually be probably over 12,000 pounds once it expands. Just like when Grim threw the rock at the fort, it was very light and then expanded when it hit. I have a big die too somewhere.
As you throw this rock, you see it fall inside the gullet of the creature. It takes the rock, spits it out. As soon as it touches the tongue, it rejects it back out. It flies into the air and falls to the ground, jettisoned from the mouth of the creature.
Where am I?
Right by its mouth.
Still in its mouth?
No, you're like I didn't put you in it. You're like flying toward the mouth. So it couldn't snatch, it couldn't grab you as it jettisons the rock. So it like opens the maw, rock hits, spits it out. You are by the maw, falling down, not grabbed. Like a bad kidney stone. No, not like that. What do? You're falling down.
Can I catch him or no?
Yeah, you're right there.
Are you still invisible?
No, you attack. You became visible. As soon as you attack, you're visible.
Is that an attack?
Yeah, you throw a missile attack, any sort of missile weapon.
Okay, then
yeah.
I'm visible.
Yeah.
You can see me now.
Okay, then I'll catch him. Then obviously I wouldn't let him fall to his death.
Well, he's only like 20 feet. He wouldn't have died, but yeah, you catch him in the air.
Yeah.
All right,
She
nerve.
swoops in to
Sorry.
grab Gimbal as he's falling midair. She will grab a hold of his shoulders again. As she kind of like flies up, just in defeat, I guess. I don't know. She just kind of moves up and tries to get him out of the way. What's plan B?
Talk to her. That's can only she hear that?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. What are your thoughts about it?
I don't know. Gimbal, that's all I got.
That was the best I had. I was planning to choke it.
John, how many times can you wild shape? Is it only the once?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on your level. It should say on the
Yeah,
bottom.
at her
Go down to
level, once.
trackers.
It's
If you go
usually
down to
once. I just wanted
trackers.
to.
Yeah, at her level once.
Yeah.
All right. Bertha.
Where am I after all of this happening? After this boulder flying out of the mouth, like
You're still like 15, 25 feet away. You see the red dragon slamming into the blue dragon. You see Gimbal tossed toward the maw. He throws a rock. You see the rock spit out. It grows as a boulder slams to the ground. You see Lilith snatch his form before he hits the ground. You see Nerve crawling to the side.
I'm still a bird.
yeah. And
Oh,
wasn't
yes, yeah,
Gimbal
I bet.
invisible during all of that?
What's that?
Wasn't Gimbal invisible during all of that?
Yeah, but he's visible now.
Okay.
Once he threw the rock, he became visible.
Okay. I'll use my +4s and do another couple fire bolts to the underbelly.
Okay. Roll damage.
So I gotta figure out what my damage was again. Sorry, give me 1 second. I went to a different spell. I apologize. So D6. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then 2 plus 2 is 4 of damage. Plus my count.
All right. You see your bolts fly into the body of the creature. They slam in. You see the red dragon bite into a wing. As it does so...
Oh, Jen, I also have the wolf there too.
Oh, yes.
The Wolverine, yeah.
Yep. Where'd I put that?
The Wolverine. Dang, Phantom NJ.
Oh, let's go. Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you. I have that here and here as your Wolverine leaps forward. Roll to hit for that.
Oh, it's probably too late. Never mind.
No, it's not. Go ahead.
Is Bertha able to move closer? Like,
Yeah.
preferably as the blue dragon is distracted to, like, get around out of its eyesight?
So left or right?
I want to move. If I go to the right, the blue dragon's on the left, right? That's what it looks like with looking at the screen.
To your right or to your left?
I want to move away from the red dragon.
Yeah. So this way.
Yeah.
So that'd be about 15 feet there. You can still cast a spell.
Yeah, perfect. Let's do that. And then I don't have a spell left because I did the 2 bolts, right?
Right. So what are you doing here?
I'm just going to stay there. I'm going to try and get out of eye shot as far as I can for this move.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Perfect. Then I'm happy there. Thank you.
You're happy?
I'm happy there. Yeah.
Okay. Brim.
Brim, seeing the red dragon to his left, no longer covered in the chains or the reins, the ropes. He's going to run forward beside it to fight in tandem with this red dragon. And I'm going to use 4 of my +1s.
Roll to hit.
Maybe this will hit. Hopefully this farm will hit.
Use them all.
Yeah, that's going to be 15 plus 13, now 28.
That hits.
28 hits?
28 hits. Yes.
Wow, last time I had a 27. Mother effer.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
Okay, so hits once, and then I'm going to go ahead and roll the second one, and I'm going to roll with advantage with my last 5. And that last one, John, with my feat of improved critical, is a crit at 19.
Well, no, it's a possible crit. Roll to confirm.
It's a possible.
A possible crit. 19, that is a possible crit. Roll to confirm.
Gosh dang it. Come on. High roll.
Yeah, anything you have. Wait, Josh. Make sure you have all your bits, anything from the subs, anything from all the chat. Make sure you have it all, because this is very important.
I still have the 2d4 that was given to me earlier, and I'll be using both of that.
All right, go ahead. You're not a fan of confirming crits? I'm sorry, I always confirm crits, Barry. No, you have to confirm crits. Because my crits are not like 2 times or 3 times. My crits can actually kill in 1 shot. My crits are so potent, you must confirm.
That's exactly a 28.
Ah! What?
Yeah.
Oh Okay.
I had 14 on the D20. I had 6.
All right, so you're going to roll percentile, and I have these now on my chat GPT. So I want to pull this up. Give me your percentile roll.
Okay.
I'm using Blood Wilds.
Holy crap.
Steve's crit tables. It's going to be a slash.
This one. I roll. 73.
Ooh, 73.
Exactly 28.
Dang,
That's
good for
insane.
you.
That's
yes, kill this
insane.
freaking thing who almost snapped you in half.
As you slam your blade in, a deep gash goes across you. You swing down. Your reaver cleaves into the chest. Plus 15 damage. The creature is stunned, gains disadvantage, and is bleeding. Your blade crushes into the chest of the creature, and the dragon roars. As it staggers back from the blow. Roll damage.
This. And John, our size up, since it's a larger size than me, what was that rule again that we had for the large greatsword? Was it 2d12?
Yeah, no, you're right. So no, for a large greatsword, you're 3d6 for that greatsword. Yeah, 3d6.
Okay. 3d6 plus 19. Oh shoot. Woo! 14 plus 19 is how much?
Well, I said plus 15 damage, and it's bleeding and stunned. So,
Wow, sorry.
all right, as you swing the blade, boom, it powers into the chest of the creature. The dragon staggers back. As it does so, you see the red dragon, and I'm going to pull this up here. I'll do it here on the table so you can see it. Let's roll the die. The red dragon comes on, and that is a 16 on the die. That is a hit. It crushes into the side of the blue dragon, and second attack and third attack. The claw misses, and the second claw hits. Boom! As it crushes into the side of the creature, you blast your axe into its chest, and blood spurts out of the dragon. Gimbal, you stumble away, your rock flying to the side, and Nerve and Lilith watch as the blue dragon tries, and you can choose what you do here. You see its wings. It tries to take flight. What do? Do you let it, or do you stop it?
Is this the blue dragon that's trying to take place?
Yeah, you see blood spurting out. It's trying to flee. As the red dragon is attacked, as Brim's blade has slashed into its chest with the critical hit, it starts to loft, or try to loft, but you can choose what you do.
Brim, do you happen to have a dagger on you that you're willing to give up?
Totally. It's on his side.
Okay, so Lilith will actually grab a dagger.
Wait,
Off of-
Lilith is still in eagle form, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can't grab a
I
dagger.
have
Sure,
talents.
sure,
How did
I'm
I
sorry, no,
grab? How
no,
did I grab?
no.
people?
I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vivi, but no, you can't. No.
Did you say that I was
Jericho
lost?
will
Just
run
kidding.
and grab the dagger.
No, I'm sorry.
No, nothing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I agree with John.
Then what Lilith will actually do is she will actually land by Brim. If she sees this thing taking off and he's trying
Yes.
to run away, she doesn't
Uh-huh.
really care then. She will actually land near Brim and shapeshift back into her own form as she just comes to tend to him and tend to his wounds.
All right. Anyone else? You see this? All of you. Anyone can react.
I want to use Entangle.
Hey.
Okay. So
use it.
the vines, even with the snowfall gently cascading down upon the ground here. There are still live vines. There are still creatures, and there's still tangling fauna and flora here. So you cast, and what's the DC?
Oh god, I just got out of it. Tiddly-tiddly-tiddly-too. Where the heck do I find that?
What are you looking for?
The DC of her entangle.
When I was supposed to find reflex partial. That's what it says for saving throw.
Yeah, so your level is...
It should say there,
Yeah,
Hob, if you click entangle, the
Whoops.
eye on the entangle,
I clicked it.
Tell you.
It'll give
Should
me
say,
that.
it says DC, saving throw, reflex, partial, and then underneath says DC, and it should give you your DC.
It didn't show me that.
Why not?
I don't believe you.
What's your total?
I'm using my iPad. That's why. What do you mean what my total is?
What's your total?
Your DC total.
Oh my god.
What's your
okay.
DC total?
What's your DC total?
Oh my god. I can't find. I don't know. I hate this stupid thing so much. It literally says
plus-
saving throw, reflex, partial.
Yeah, it's reflex. I know that. Yeah. All right. The vines come up. The blue dragon rips itself away from Brim and from the red dragon and lofts into the air and leaves the party defeated.
Is Bertha able to do another?
Yes.
Another.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna do another 2 firebolts.
Roll.
It's just
Josh,
playing where it gets hit by the 2 and just...
4 plus 2 is 6. Plus 4 plus 2 is 6, so that's a total of 12.
12. You see Bertha turn her hands as the blue dragon flies into the air away. The red dragon turns as if to take loft and
bites Brim's head off.
does.
No.
It looks at Brim. It looks at Lilith. It looks at Gimbal and says, I remember you. Remember me. And I will fight for you. And it lofts off, chasing the dragon.
Did Bertha hit the blue dragon?
Yep, she did.
Okay.
You saw, so that's the last thing the party saw was Bertha's hand casting that out, boom, 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 on the blue dragon as it caterwauls and flies away. You hit it, and it lofts off into the distance.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna heal you. I'm gonna cast a
Me?
cure moderate wounds. Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're good now.
Yeah,
100%?
I got that full heal.
Yep, full heal.
I haven't been hit since.
Oh, okay.
So you
well
see
then.
he falls. His armor's torn to crap.
Right,
But,
gone.
John, did we ever get the name of the dragon? Back
Nope.
when we first fought with it.
You didn't. You knew the name of the fighter, the orc that led it. He's gone now. He was like Storgajol, but he's gone, dead. You never got the name of the dragon.
So when he says fight, I will fight for you as you remember me.
Right.
And as he takes off, Brim will take a big inhale and yell out, "Tell us your name."
Your name.
Roll diplomacy, please.
Oh, come on. It's Brim.
I know, Brit. It's not gonna be intimidation. It's gonna be
He doesn't
diplomacy.
I don't want to intimidate it. Oh,
No, it's diplomacy.
I know. Freak. +1 mother trucker nutsack. Oh, wow. I rolled really
you have
well.
5. You have-
18.
18.
Yay!
As you shout out into the sky as the dragon fades into the horizon, chasing the blue dragon. The red dragon turns. You see its crimson maw in the sunlight of this winter day in the Flyness. As we conclude the interlude of Book 1, it looks back at Brim and says, I am Fregus. Fregus, remember my name.
Vegas.
And it And you hadn't noticed, but your wagon driver was crushed, unfortunately, by the red dragon as he landed and is now dead. The wagon is still good. The horses are still good, but your wagon driver is dead. And all of you stare around at him. And there is utter silence here as a gentle snowfall drops.
John, I sent you a DM.
All right, I'm checking that. Thank you.
Wow. That's it. That's the last moment we ever see Lilith. As we turn around and Brim runs her through.
No, Lilith would have ran up to you and like had been fully ready to come and heal you as she kind of sees you, and then almost like in a huge confusion because you look beat, but you're not. You know what I mean? That's not what she's expecting.
Brim just is standing there with shredded armor and just a gasp, just looking up in wonder at the red dragon as it chases the blue.
Lilith is just standing in her regular form. She's just standing right in front of you.
Ragus. It's a good name. All right, Wayward Bolt. Cromit. God damn. All right,
you hear the gurgling of his blood beneath. It's like,
Brim, as you are finished looking at the dragon, you do look at Lilith, and she does have that like 1,000-yard stare as she's kind of staring almost through you into the forest area.
And Brim kind of looks down at her confused, but then we'll look at the rest of the group. Wayward Bolt, ready to move out?
She doesn't move. It almost looks as if she's like frozen in her spot, just staring off into the forest.
Give a little tap your arm. Lilith. I'll, like shove you. Lilith, are you still alive? Are you petrified?
Brim is going to saddle up next to her and take her hand.
Lilith? What's wrong?
The voice.
What voice?
Do you not hear it?
It's okay to hear voices, Lilith. We can still go. It's still.
don't forget him.
As you see her turn her head again as it calls out. And she looks almost like scared, fear, as she looks right into your face, Brim. Did you hear it?
Ragus?
No.
No.
Voice. Brim.
Brim's going to kneel down in front of her, kind of in between her with his back to whatever she's looking at.
He's calling me.
You're going to need to give me some more information, Lilith. Us, some more information. What is happening?
In the grove. I heard a voice. It's been calling to me. It's growing stronger. To a point where I can't ignore it. Don't forget him. Don't forget him. And you see her look down as she kind of pulls out of her one of her many pouches that bit of cloth that was Jeru's that had blood on it.
What is this?
Drew, the druid. When I went back, he was gone. Just this and blood.
Oh, it is him that's calling you?
I don't know if it's him. I don't know. As she looks at, she kind of turns, she doesn't actually make eye contact with you, Gimbal, but she will turn in your direction. I don't think that this is a memory that I can forget. It's different.
And as I said before, don't forget it. Follow it.
As
No.
you say follow it, she almost like snaps out of it for a minute and kind of looks at you for a second.
Memories are moments, but those moments lead us.
Lead us where? I'm not sure where I need to go.
That's the fun part.
You hear the wings of the dragons flapping in the distance and vanishing over the horizon. The wind, chill, blows through the trees.
She looks up at Brim. I need to follow it.
And we will. We've got to go see the council first, though. Right?
You see her fiddle with her ring one more time as you see that color of her skin shift to the same color as yours as she brings her hand up to your face.
Don't forget him. The trees whisper.
She has one hand on your cheek as she brings the other one up to your other cheek, and she brings your forehead in towards hers.
Right? We're going to go after the council. Right.
As she opens her eyes and makes direct eye contact with you, you can see the tears are streaming from her face. I have to go follow it.
Will help you.
He will help me. Grim, I can't take you with me.
But we can help you too.
Hamlet needs your help.
I need your help.
As she digs into her pockets again, and she pulls out the pouch full of her teeth, and you can hear it clattering around. It's a very familiar sound that you guys have heard many, many times before. She takes the pouch, and she opens your pouch that is on your right hip, and she places it inside. Take care of it for me. I'll be back. It's calling to me. This flower, Federum.
You know how many times we've heard on the
Brim. Go ahead.
make a promise that you can't keep.
As she kind of just shakes it off, you actually do feel her. Again, we're touching foreheads. She has both of her hands on either side of your head. For the first time you actually see her, she will gently kiss your cheek just on either side of your nose. I promise you, I will be back. and she digs into her pouch, her many other pouches, and you see she pulls out the 2 pots of scents that she's had for a very long time. And since Millie's death, she actually hasn't pulled these out since Millie died. And she opens them both and just kind of gives them a sniff just to see which one is which. As she opens the pot, you can smell that floral scent from which she had last placed on Millie. And she actually takes it and she'll put it back in her pocket. And the one of sweets that she used to take out and put on for herself. You see her take her fingers and grab some of the scent. And as she reaches back, oh shit, am I still here? Okay, my computer just turned off for a hot minute.
Oh, you're fine.
Even my computer's like, this is too much. As she takes the pot that smells of sweets, and she reaches up beside, and just behind your ear, she gently places the scent of sweets behind both of your ears. I promise you. I promise you, I will be back. This is something that I have to do.
Brim's nose flares as you tell whenever he takes a deep breath. And his eyes slowly open to look at yours, and as he stands back up at his full height looking down at Lilith.
And I promise I will be waiting for you. Every moment.
And he will lean down and kiss her.
And she will too, just grabbing his face again. She will return the kiss. Your whole life, you believed something of yourself. And every single day that I've known you, you have proven me otherwise. Not just me, but everybody you come in contact with. You are not who people think you are. And we are proof. And if anybody is proof, that little girl is proof. As she looks down to Gimbal, turning her attention to Gimbal, look out for him. You're the only one I've known to die twice. Or to die more than once in return. If I trust anybody to keep him safe, I know you can.
I will do all I can, Lilith. But in all this, I see beauty. There is the ground that perhaps we are for you. The foundation that Brim provides even my desire to break the tension with some snowball joke right now, but am not. The grounding effect that Brim has. As the roots of you, the tree, grow deeper, seeking the water, your growth is not impeded by us. And you need to follow that water. And Brim, the beauty for us is as the tree grows, it spreads in size and in seed. Lilith is always with us. Always. And the ground is always with her, no matter where that seed grows. We're always together. But I'll do my best to keep this big idiot safe.
she'll turn to Brim and actually put that scented pot in his hand. As she kind of holds it, his hand and the pot in his hand as well, she just looks at him. If you are ever unsure, or if you miss me, use it. As she turns now to Nerve. Nerve.
Nerve's actually still a bird. But
But she can communicate in bird, talk to him. So you're gonna stay in bird form? Because I'll tweet at you.
yeah. So he'll tweet at you and you understand it as he's like, "Here I am, ma'am." And he'll like perch down like at your feet, this little bird.
And she will bend down just to meet you and bring her hand out so that she can bring you up to eye level.
He hops on.
I know we just met, and it's a lot to ask. I need your help as a druid to help find Jeru. Do you remember when I told you about him in the Grove? His significance and his importance.
Ma'am, you're better off finding someone who's been more fitted.
It's not about being fitted. You need to find out your roots to become a better druid.
Miss Lilith, you've seen how I fight. How you just like can be.
You fight well, and you'll learn quick.
You'll see his little burr head kind of like go, like he'll like slump down in thought. He'll kind of ruffle up his feathers a little bit and he'll puff out his little bird chest. I'll do everything I can to help you, Miss Lilith. I hope to make you proud.
She smiles at you. I will. You will. She turns to Brim one more time. As you feel that rush, much like before when she came from behind you as she gave you a hug from behind, but this time from the front. You feel the weight of her head in the crook of your neck as she sobs quietly. I'm not leaving forever. I'll be back. I promise.
You hear the sound of Brim's strong heartbeat against your head. And his arms wrapping around you and Gimbal, and Nerve and Bertha if she's there, which she's currently gone invisible.
It's Bertha.
Yeah, Berta.
She's there.
He just reaches down and pulls everyone in, and just holds. And holds. And then little by little, one by one, he lets go until it's just Lilith. And he sees a memory that he had long forgotten, hearing the words of "I'll be back." Be safe. Promise. As he was left in a forest by a giantess. He could see her form walking away. But he was told to stay quiet, hearing the yells and shouts in the distance. And he feels the tears running down his face. And this time he wants to believe again that she will be back.
as Lilith releases the hug, she will look at him one more time, and she'll just gently again wipe the tears from his face as she looks at him. Ram. She's waiting for you to meet eyes with her.
He finally pulls his eyes up from the ground.
Again, her hands return to either side of your face. And she looks deep into your eyes. I will be back. Can hear you.
And I will be waiting.
You understand why I have to go.
As this dialogue occurs, I'd like a comment from Gimbal, from Bertha, and from Nerve. Nerve, you have agreed to follow. So we'll end with you. But Gimbal and Bertha, you watch this happen. Bertha, you are sworn to Gimbal. You know this boy from the moment he was born. Let's start with you. What are you feeling? Thinking, seeing?
Overwhelming sadness for this group being torn apart. But wherever Gimbal goes, Bertha will follow.
Well said. Gimbal.
Just keeping along those same lines that he's been saying. He left his clan. He has a past with losing things. And all he can do in the moment is hold on to memories are moments, and they make us who we are. Memories are moments, but if memories are life, it's a deception, it's an illusion, right? Because illusions are what he does. Memories are moments. Lilith is the tree, we're the ground. She grows, she spreads, we grow, we spread. This is good, this is good. So there's a little bit of this kind of self-talk, kind of chanting that's going on in his head. Ultimately, a deep sadness to see a friend leave, but a joyful heart at that. She's on to a new adventure. She doesn't know what the next step is, and that's the fun part.
Yeah, well said. Nerve?
I think Nerve is just, there's a lot of nerves in Nerve. If anything, Lilith could probably feel that the little birdie shake. The fact that he hasn't even come out of form. There's a lot of doubt that he'll be able to assist Lilith now, considering that he could barely even help his friends in the previous battle. But when he looks up at Lilith, who's looking straight ahead as they walk, he's probably like perched on her shoulder at this point. There's almost like there's a trust and a love that's there. The love of a friend, the love of someone that the love was earned. And in his little bird heart, he's vowed to himself, his life, and his sword to Lilith and her purpose. And he'll die by it. Just like Brim would. like a real hero.
And with that, we conclude Greyhawk Awakening, the interlude of Book 1. I have no further words.
I would like to say, with what Nerv was saying about just not being sure if he's suited for the job, as Lilith says farewell to everybody, and she walks with Nerv on her shoulder, she too will actually wild shape into a finch. And you know that Lilith could change into it something great and wonderful as well. But with what you said, in lieu of that, she does change into a finch as they fly off together.
All the feels as Nerv and Lilith fly off in the horizon, as the two dragons, azure and crimson, battling one another in the skies, fly off toward the west. And Gimbal, Brim, and Berta travel toward the summons of the Council of Eight. We conclude Greyhawk Awakening, Book 1, Interlude. And with that said, without further ado, we wish you all a good night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being our friends. Thank you for following and subbing and all that you do. Blue Box.